punto esa.
Hello.
Ajá.
It's in the bedroom. Office.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome.
Welcome.
Good evening.
Hello, everyone. We should start briefly. I know that both Simari and Robin are in. And Anthony, you're newly appointed to the committee, or you are a board member?
I am still trying to figure that out. Definitely.
I believe he was appointed to the committee, Isidro.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't
yeah.
been formally notified which committees I'm on, but I think I'm on this one.
Okay, now I see that I see Angel, so we do have quorum now. So we're going to start the meeting. Let me just get myself ready. Ebenezer, do you know if we have the translating services available for tonight's meeting?
Looking for that. I'm going to give her a call. I spoke with her the other day. I don't see her here. I'm calling her now.
So once you
Isidro, so it looks like you have poor connection, because so I'm not sure if it's going to be breaking in and out.
I'm sorry, who was that?
This is Juan Gores from Luxor, but I was seeing that when you were talking, it was kind of glitching, and your Wi-Fi connection was like kind of low, but now it's good.
Okay, maybe I gotta get close. Thank you.
Is everybody else seeing that? Maybe it's me, but I did see like him freezing a couple of times.
Yeah, the audio was coming in and out. You see that?
Oh, okay.
Okay. So once we get the word from Ebenezer, we're going to start the meeting because we do have quorum. Anthony, since you were a new member, let me just, you've been to a couple of our meetings, correct?
Yes, I have.
All right, so you're a little bit familiar how we proceed when we entertaining the applicants.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so I'll guide you through the process. But in essence, what we do is that we open the floor to the applicant. We get to listen to what they have, what they came here for, if it's a renewal, if it's to change the method of operations, if it's like to new license. I'll explain to you the process, but in the end, we listen to what they have, and going to ask the opinion of the precinct, plus if there are any comments from the community members, and then as a committee, we have a joint discussion where we can ask the applicant many questions, and or we can entertain stipulations if they are needed. But we'll guide you through the process.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Sure. And again, when we do the formal introduction, please introduce yourself formally as a member of the committee by giving us a little bit about your background, because now you're part of the crew.
You got it.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm doing great. You?
Good.
Nice.
The lights.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Isidro. Soraya is with us already.
Yes, I'm here. Sorry.
Thank you for everything.
Any updates, Ebenezer?
She's in the meeting already.
Yeah, the translator's here.
So we do have quorum. We do have translating services. Who's doing the translating services, Ebenezer?
Soraya.
Soraya.
Soraya is here, Mr. Medina.
Soraya, welcome on board.
Thank
So
you.
I'm going to briefly give some description how we're going to proceed, Soraya, and then please ask those members that might need assistance in translation services. As usual, you will ask them to raise their hands, and then you'll be able to translate if it's needed.
Mhm.
Very well, let's open up this meeting at 6:40. My name is Isidro Medina. I am the chair of the license committee on this Wednesday, February 8th. As usually, we have this meeting on the second Wednesday of every month. And the idea is to listen to applicants to see what they're requesting. The committee would entertain those applicants. And later on, we're going to give our recommendations to the general board to see if the general board would approve. Once the general board approves or disapproves our recommendation, that will be sent to the SLA. And the SLA would then have their process of either accepting or not, or objecting to the license request. At this point, let's proceed with formal introduction. Again, my name is Isidro Medina. I'm the chair of the license committee. And let's proceed with the vice president to introduce himself. Andrew, you have the floor.
I'm sorry, do you want me to announce it after everyone goes through? Or?
Just give those quick announcement. I'm sorry, Soraya, and then we can
That's okay.
proceed with introduction. Thank you so much.
And yes, for the Spanish speakers, buenas tardes, soy la intérprete en español. Para aquellos que necesiten interpretación, por favor levanten la mano cuando les toque su turno. Yo con gusto los saludaré.
Excellent. Angel, please introduce yourself.
Sure. Good evening, everyone. My name is Angel Vasquez. I serve as the licensing committee vice chair. I've been on the committee since joining the board in May 2020 and have served as the vice chair for the last 2 years, or a year and a half, I would say. I live in the southern end of Washington Heights, around the 160s between Amsterdam and Broadway.
Thank you so much, Angel. Let's proceed now with Robin. Robin, please introduce yourself.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Robin. I've been in the committee for almost 10 years. Welcome all.
Very well. I see that we have Simari. Simari, please introduce yourself.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the licensing committee. I've been a member for a couple years now, so I'm looking forward to hearing the positive things you'll bring into the community and a little bit more about your background. Thank
Right.
you.
Thank you so much, Simari. Followed by Carl. Carl, please introduce yourself. Carl, if you're present, please introduce yourself.
Oh, sorry. I discovered I was on mute. Anyway, so as I was saying before, things kind of fell off. My name is Carl, and I'm a committee member. I've been on the committee for maybe 8 months or something, and I have enjoyed the participation here, and I live here in Washington Heights. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Carl. And Anthony, we had the way that we pass attendance and or introduction and or voting, we go by ranking or seniority. So once I told Carl that he was going to always be the last one when we have passed out the wall. But now you're the new member, so you'll be the last one. But don't worry about it. Somebody else is going to come in new, and you will not be the last one.
Interesting.
Hi, everyone. My name is Anthony Viola. I am very new to Community Board 12, just appointed about 2 weeks ago, and I'm very new to this committee as well. Very excited to get to know this application process and hear each of you as well.
Anthony, can you give us a little bit about your background, if it's okay? I understand that you are by trade an attorney, is that correct?
That's correct, yeah. So I am an attorney. I work for the state. I work in the Department of Financial Services, and I do cryptocurrency regulation. So a very novel area and very hectic at the moment, if any of you follow cryptocurrency, as you can imagine. I went to law school in Brooklyn, and I went to City College for undergrad. I live in the southern part of Washington Heights in the Audubon Park Historic District. So that's a little bit about me.
Thank you so much. City College, my alma mater.
Yes, it's a wonderful school.
I was there for the presentation of the borough president, Mark Levine, and I was at Shepherd Hall, a beautiful hall.
It is.
Great hall, yes, indeed. I don't see Leo. I know it's going to be absent, and I also know that Joel might be absent. But if they join us, please feel free to let me know. At this point, I would like to have the staff for CB12 introduce themselves, starting with Ebenezer. Ebenezer, you have the floor.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ebenezer Smith. I am the District Manager of Community Board 12. I hope that you have a good meeting tonight. And if you have any question regarding this process, your application, your resolutions, don't hesitate to call the office, 212-568-8500. Have a good meeting.
Thank you. Followed by Chanel. Chanel, you have the floor.
Hi, everyone. This is Chanel Paniagua. I am the community associate. And yeah, I hope everyone has a good meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Chanel. And without Ebenezer and Chanel, this committee will not function. We are by far the committee that demands more attention from the staff members. They have to research a lot of data. And very grateful for the fact that both Ebenezer and Chanel are very integral part of this process. And again, they work really hard to put this research together. At times, we can easily have over 300 pages of research. And all of that can only be done through the office. So thank you so much once again, Ebenezer and Chanel.
One more question, Mr.
You're
Medina.
welcome.
I'm sorry. It's Soraya. I know you introduced yourself as the chair and so on. Do you want me to, I don't know if there's any Spanish speakers that to say that too, or?
So we have someone that doesn't understand English. Is that the case, Soraya?
We do. I'm not sure.
I mean, I'm asking you.
No one. Okay.
If
So-
they need assistance, then they can raise their hand and then, we can do a translation.
Yeah,
But if
I'm
not-
sorry. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, I didn't want to miss anything. Thank you.
Very well. Now let's proceed to introducing our precincts. Let's start in with our 33rd. Sergeant Rodriguez, you have the floor.
Good evening, Sergeant Rodriguez here. Hi, everyone.
Welcome, Sergeant.
Thank you.
Followed by the 34th precinct. I see, do we have any representative from the 34th precinct?
I don't see anyone, Chair.
They were not here last month.
Yeah,
right?
correct.
So it's very worrisome because we are practically being led to this meeting without any critical information that might be of use on how we make a decision.
Sorry, Ciro, I see that Sergeant Rodriguez from the 33rd is here.
Yeah, 34th is what we're talking about.
Oh,
I
I'm
think
sorry.
Christian Perez is
Good
here.
evening. Yes, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Christian, I see that you're here. Welcome.
Good evening, everyone. It's Detective Christian Perez from the 34th Precinct Community Affairs. I'll be filling in for the 34th.
Officer Aim is not available, Christian?
No, he's not available. He's actually he's being reassigned, so they have him doing a different assignment.
I understand. So it would be nice, Christian, if we can get the introduction once a new member has been appointed to attend the license committee. As you know, your prison provides critical information about the nightlife of Northern Manhattan. And it's critical that we have a clear understanding that we're going to get some feedback from the 34th precinct.
Okay, hopefully I'll be able to provide that for you tonight.
Very well. And you know this community really, really well. It will be exciting and I'll be very relaxed if you are the person that represent the 34th, prison, because I know you really well.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, I'm just filling in for tonight. Let's see what happens from here on out.
All right. Committee members, are there any questions? How are we going to proceed?
Chair, we've been joined by Joel as well. If you want to give him the floor to introduce himself.
Joel, can you please be kind enough to introduce yourself to the rest of the committees and everyone present at this meeting?
Yeah, sure thing. Good evening, guys. My name is Joel Abreu. I've been on the board for 3 years, and let's have a good meeting.
Very well. Well,
Thank you, Chair.
On that note, Angel, if you're ready, let's proceed with the meeting with the first applicant.
Sure. I think we need to establish who'd be taking notes for the night.
And that's why you are the vice president and always alert. On that note, can we please have someone to take on the minutes? A volunteer. We will need a volunteer. Usually, we ask people, Anthony, to volunteer about the minutes. So, whenever you feel comfortable, if you can, to write out the minutes, we'll give you a template. And it will be quite easy to do the minutes. I myself, I'll do the results, which will be introduced at the general board meeting, as well as the minutes. It will be done by somebody else. So do we have a volunteer?
I do the minutes.
And that was Robin?
Yeah.
So Robin will do the minutes and I'll take care of the resolutions. On that
Right.
note, Angel, are we ready to proceed?
We are ready. All right, so we have 10 applicants on our agenda for the evening. The first batch are applicants seeking a renewal of their licenses. The first one is the third party Palm Tree Inc. located at 2145B Amsterdam Avenue between West 166 and West 167th Streets. The applicant is looking for the renewal of their on-premise liquor license. Do we have a representative for the Third Palm Tree Inc.? Do we have a representative for the Third Palm Tree Inc.?
They're not here, but they actually submitted a complete application that included a complete questionnaire of the public notice, which is required by this committee. The last time that they came on board, there was a resolution of objection because they were not present. And there were some issues by the precinct that was brought up. And because of that, the committee proceeded to vote against the applicant. At this point, I'm going to ask the territory precinct to see if there are any concerning issues about this applicant. And with that, I'll turn to Sergeant Rodriguez.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. So to report, in the past 12 months, we have taken an arrest out of there for an assault back in October of 2022. As far as 311 calls since 12 months from today, we had 300 311 calls from that location. 51 311 calls from that location in the past 28 days. The complaints is of noise complaint from the bar. Majority of the time is happening on the Fridays and Saturdays on the after hours, like 12 to 4 in the morning.
So, Sergeant Rodriguez, you said that there was an assault back in October 2022?
Yes, correct, an assault.
And what was the problem there?
You know what? I don't have the exact details right now, but it was just a simple, like somebody got punched coming from the bar.
Someone got punched inside of the premise.
Yes.
And you also mentioned that there were like how many 311 calls?
300 last year.
300 of last year, right?
Yeah.
And this is up to a calendar year on December 31 of 2022, right?
Yes.
And you say that most of these were about noise complaints?
Yes, they were noise complaint, yes.
All right. Do we have any residents that like to speak on this matter?
Isidro, may I ask a question to Sergeant Rodriguez, please?
Yes, please.
Sergeant Rodriguez, and how many 311 so far this year?
You're on mute,
So far
Sergeant.
this year, 51, sorry.
Say it again?
This year so far, 51.
Thanks.
Very well. Usually when the applicant submits a complete application, if it's a renewal and there are no issues with the precinct, we would tend to vote in favor of the applicant, even if the applicant doesn't show up. But in this case, there are some issues. So I recommend that we go to a vote. Committee members take into account what you heard. You will make your decision based on what you heard from the precinct. And since we don't have any comments from the residents, I think we should go to a straight vote. If there are no objections, Angel, let's go to a straight vote.
Chair, how do you vote?
No.
I vote no. Robin Cruz, how do you vote?
No.
Joel Abreu, how do you vote?
No.
Simari Hernandez, how do you vote?
No.
Carl Negbu, how do you vote?
No.
Anthony Viola, how do you vote?
No.
And is it Viola or Viola? Sorry.
Viola.
Viola. All right. All right, Chair. So with 7 no votes in support, 7 votes in opposition, no abstention, the recommendation is to object the application.
Thank you so much, Angel. So this application fails. The representative didn't show up to answer some of the questions and concerns that we might have had about this applicant, about this application. So therefore, this application fails, and we'll proceed to the next one.
Right. Would you like to move on to the next?
Yes, please.
All right, next up, we have applicant number 2 on the agenda, Angelica Latin Fusion Corp. Located at 808 West 187th Street between Pinehurst and Fort Washington Avenue. The applicant is seeking for the renewal of their on-premise liquor license. Do we have a representative for Angelica Latin Fusion Corp.? I see someone by the name of Angelica Latin Fusion Corp. On the Zoom, but they're muted. Maybe we can ask them to unmute.
Yes, please.
Chanel, Ebenezer, one of you guys want to ask them to unmute?
Yeah, I have been asking.
I recommend, Angel, that maybe there's some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
going on. If it's okay with the committee, perhaps we can proceed to the next agenda item until this technical problem can be resolved. What do you think?
I think that's a good recommendation.
Very well. Chanel, when you print the research paper, can you please see if you can zoom it in, because the information from the LAMP sheet that you sent me, when I print it out, the letter too small, and I cannot even read when the license has been expired, if it's going to be expired. So the LAMP info that you usually print, see if you can zoom it in so I can have a better view as to when the license expires. So let's proceed to agenda item number 3. We're going to skip agenda number 2.
Sure.
That applicant would have resolved the technical difficulties.
All right, applicant number 3, the Metropolitan Museum and Bon Appetit Management Company, doing business as Tree Cafe, located at 99 Margaret Corbin Drive in Fort Washington Park and Tri-Cloister. Do we have a representative for the Metropolitan Museum and Bon Appetit Management Company?
Yes.
Can you state, for the purposes of the minute, can you state your name and relationship to the establishment?
Yes, my name is Emily Balter, and I am an attorney for the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Doing very well. And bear with me because I don't have a printout of agenda item number 3. Chanel, I didn't also get a printout of the last agenda item. So let me navigate, let me download the application so that we can ask the proper questions usually do. I see it here. So they submitted a complete questionnaire based on what I'm seeing here. They also submitted a copy of the license. They also submitted a copy of the public notice. A picture was taken and sent out to the committee. They have the last health inspection, they had an A. And that's all I have about agenda item number 3. So this is a renewal.
Yes.
And this is within the purview of 34th precinct. Christian, what's the opinion of 34th precinct? This is for the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and the place is Bon Appetit. Let me go through the method of operation. They do not have a jukebox, DJ, no karaoke, no live music. Their occupants is 75. They have about 25 tables, and in total 75 seats. There have been no SLA summonses, and the method operations are from 10 a.m. from Saturdays to Thursdays, and then Fridays and Saturdays from 10 a.m. Sorry, from on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. and then Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And there's no need for security regards there. How long you been in business? How long
I would have to get back to you with that information. I apologize. I'm new to the museum, so I don't have the length of time, but for a number of years. my colleagues are also on the call, so if they have the answer to that, I would invite them to answer.
Hello, Isidro. This is Juan Millan with Bon Appetit Management at the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
I'm sorry, Juan, what's your last name?
Millan.
Jan, and you are the manager?
Yes, one of the managers.
One of the managers. And how long you been in business, Juan?
We took over the license from Restaurant Associates 3 years ago. So we've been, as a general license, we've been over 20 years.
Wow, that's great. What's the name of the attorney that I missed completely? We will need this for the minutes.
Tria Cafe.
No, the name of your representative.
Emily Balter.
Oh, sorry, Emily Balter. Sorry about that.
Both, and you are the attorney, correct?
Yes.
Very well. Welcome on board.
Thank you.
Christian, so you heard the specifics about this establishment. What is the opinion of 34th Precinct?
Yeah, the 34th precinct has no objections to the renewal of this license.
It's been stated that the 34 has no objection about this renewal. We're going to open up now to our committee members to see what's the opinion of the committee members. I see that Joel, you have your hand up. You have the floor.
Is this a business inside the museum, or is it the one outside of the museum?
This is in the garden of the museum.
Of the Cloisters Museum,
Yes.
which is outside of the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
Is this what used to be Leaf, I think, Leaf Cafe?
I think so.
Yes, I believe so, just because of over the years. But this one is specifically Tria Cafe at the Cloisters.
Okay.
Very well. Anthony, you have any questions, any issues, statement? No?
No, nothing at this time. Thank you.
Very well. Taking into account that this applicant has no issue, no complaints, the 34 has no objection. If it's okay with the committee, I would like to move to a straight vote. If seeing none, Andrew, please proceed with the voting.
Sure. Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin Cruz,
Yes.
Joel Abreu,
Yes.
Simari Hernandez,
Yes.
Carl Unegbu,
Yes.
Anthony Viola.
Yes.
Chair, with no votes in opposition, 7 votes in support, no abstention, we recommend not to object on the application.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Do we have any issue, any idea if the applicant from Angelica is present and without any technical difficulties?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Isidro, and your team for your continued support on behalf of the Metropolitan Museum of Art and Bon Appetit Management.
Juan and Emily, again, thank you so much for what you do up there. It's a great venue. We're really happy that you are one of our merchants. And I know that that is a prime area for really fine dining. We wish you all the best. And if there's anything how the community board can assist, please feel free and drop by or call us anytime.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate those kind words.
Thank you. Take care, guys.
So that was for agenda item number 3, right? Do we know?
Correct.
If we can go back to agenda number 2?
Agenda item number 2, the applicant is Angelica Latin Fusion Corp. Are you present?
Well, let's proceed then to a next agenda item, if it's okay with the committee, please.
I think within the interest of time, we should. Applicant number 4.
Guys, I'm here. I just having a little technical difficulty.
Okay.
All right. So this committee, this applicant, please introduce yourself to the rest of the committee, whoever the representative is or owner.
Say that again.
Please introduce yourself to the rest of the
My
committee.
name is
Representative and all owners.
My name is Jesus Sosa. I'm the owner of Angelica Latin Fusion.
I'm sorry, what's your name again?
Jesus Sosa.
And you are the owner or representative?
I'm the owner.
honor. Thank you so much, Jesus. And how long you been in business?
I've been in business 2 years.
2 years.
Well, I've been in business 2 years there. I'm also the owner of Monkey Room.
Chanel, this applicant, based on my the info that I have here, they do not submit a copy of the public notice, nor did they submit a copy of the questionnaire.
It's
Yeah,
up
the
on the
application
gate.
was incomplete.
I'm sorry?
The application was incomplete. I think they sent it today, but yeah.
All right, it's a little bit
But
late. Jesus, it's customary that we should have a complete application in order to give us or to give you a fair assessment about where we stand on your application. At this point, we do not have a complete application, and therefore, it might not behoove you to proceed with the process because we might vote against the application. It's usually how we voted it. However, I would recommend that you withdraw the application and bring it back for next month, where we can give you a fair assessment of the application.
Oh, okay. Well, my lawyer was one that sent it over. He was supposed to send it over a couple of days ago. And she just says that you guys received it. You received it this today.
Yeah, we're supposed to have received that by last week.
Right.
And you know, it has to give us time in order for the committee to review all the information, and that takes time for us to review because, you know, we can only do this on our off times, and, you know, we need to have time to enough time to review all the information that is given to us. And by providing information late, it will be a disadvantage to you if we proceed with the process.
Okay, no, not a problem.
So this application has been withdrawn. This is agenda item number 2. And Jesus, please connect with Chanel so she can guide you through the process. And let's be sure that you send all the documents on time, and we'll consider your application next month, and we'll give you a fair assessment.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Angel, let's proceed, please, with the next applicant.
Sure. Applicant number 4 is Punto de Sabor Inc., located at 1464 St. Nicholas Avenue, between West 183rd and West 184th Street. The applicant is seeking the renewal of their on-premise liquor license. Do we have a representative for Punto de Sabor Inc. Present tonight?
Yeah, hi, this is Randy Infante representing Punto de Sabor.
Randy, what's your last name again?
Infante. Infants with an E at the end.
Very well. And you are the representative, correct?
Yes.
Very well. This applicant submitted a copy of the questionnaire. However, they did not submit proof of the public notice picture that was supposed to be sent to the community board. So that is in order. That's actually an incomplete application. Also, last time that this applicant came before the committee, which was last month, the representative was not present, and a resolution was written or voted against or an objection of this application. Committee members, this is an incomplete application. How would you like to proceed with this?
Well, you know, just as we saw with the last applicant, when an application is not complete, I think we follow your recommendation in terms of withdrawing and coming back the next month.
That's how we should be consistent, and I think that should be the process. I do have a couple of questions for this applicant, though. First, I would like to listen before this application is withdrawn because I'd like to clarify something. Christian.
Yes.
So this is with the purview 34 precinct.
That's correct.
Any pending matter for this applicant that you know of?
Not that I know of. I ran the address, and I saw that last year there was one arrest. Seems like it may have been a patron who went inside and I guess was intoxicated and threatened someone with a knife. The person was arrested for menacing. Fortunately, the person didn't hurt anyone. And then I did see another arrest, but that one, they were the victim of a crime. Someone went inside and stole one of their laptops.
All right. So I sent an email to Officer Aim, who is no longer in the 34th precinct, out of concern that came out to our attention that this license had expired, and yet there was a sale of alcohol, which is a huge violation against SLA's recommendations and, of course, the community board. That's something that Randy, you should find out and come back to us with a response. But
Or at this moment, we're not selling any alcohol. We removed all the beverages from the bar.
I will disagree with you, and we can discuss this matter next month. But for now, I would recommend that you withdraw the application, because this application is missing and a key part of the application, which is a copy of the public notice that should be posted, a picture be taken and be sent to the community board. That was not executed.
I understand.
On that, I would recommend that you withdraw the application. If you will not withdraw, then we'll proceed with the process, and you might not get a fair assessment.
No, that's fine. I'll withdraw for the month.
All right, so this application has been withdrawn, and there'll be no penalty taken against this applicant. And we'll see the applicant next month, hopefully with a full application on board.
Thank you.
All right, see you next month, Randy. Angela, let's proceed, please.
Okay, moving on to applicant number 5, Locksmith Wine Bar Inc., doing business as Locksmith Wine Bar, located at 4465 Broadway between West 190th and West 192nd Street, seeking the renewal of their on-premise liquor license. Do we have a representative present for Locksmith Wine Bar Inc.?
Hi,
Hi, Oscar.
Hello.
Joel.
How are you?
For the purpose of the minutes, please introduce yourselves to the rest of the committee and the precinct.
Hi, my name is Oscar Napa. I'm one of the operating owners at Locksmith Wine and Burger Bar. Been there for about, I think about 15 years now, hopefully going on 16.
14. Hi, I'm Joelle Ludwig, also one of the operating owners. And hi, nice to meet you all. Nice to see you all.
Yeah, I'm sorry, what's your last name?
Ludwig, like Beethoven.
Thank you. Welcome on board.
Mhm.
This is with the purview of the 34th precinct. This applicant submitted a complete application. The last time they came to this community report, this committee, that dates back to 1/20/21. There was no objection by this committee, and they did receive a recommendation of no opposition for the request. Great place, great establishment, great ambience, great management. Oscar and Yala, I'm really proud of the work that you have been doing for the community, how you engage and how responsive you've been as tenants there. So I'm really happy that you are here and that you still business, and I'm hoping that you're doing well in your business. On that note, let's go first to the 34th precinct for their opinion. This is for the 34th precinct. Christian, Officer Paris, what's the opinion of the 34th precinct?
So the 34th precinct has no objection to the renewal. However, we do have some concerns with double parking of a lot of the patrons. So we would ask, the owners and managers if they could please put up signs to help us with combating the double parking, especially with the outside seating. It makes it tough. The cars double park. It's just one lane to go southbound on Broadway, and as we all know, that's a major thoroughfare. So that's all we ask, if they could just help with signage, and that would help us a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely put a sign out there, and we've always tried to do our best with the double parking situation. And I know at the last meeting, Domingo had pointed out that it's really difficult for us considering, and again, I'm not making any excuses. I just want to be crystal clear with.
And also that'll be part of the stipulation that we'll have once we vote as a committee or before we vote on the committee. As a committee, we'll have that as a step.
So it's a little difficult for us sometimes. You know, we have the building, we have Dollar Tree, and we have several businesses around us that cause the double parking. It's definitely not just.
We know that really well because, however, that's the only way that we will have a northbound traffic going to Inwood. So I understand what you're going through. It's a very congested couple of blocks, but we will do and help however we can to make this less of a headache, not only to the prison, but also in case there are any emergency vehicles that need to pass by. So we're going to work together, Oscar. I know that you have been very, very accessible and yes, to our system, but we will move forward and put a step on that.
Okay. Sorry, can I say one thing?
Yes, please.
Since our last renewal, and this was an issue, when we have anybody outside like doing security, they won't let people in that are double parked. They will make them move. So that is something that we do try and are actively trying to stop because of the previous. Right?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So we're doing that.
Thank you for working. with
Again,
us.
all your help is appreciated, and whatever we could do to, to ease the residents' concern, we appreciate your help.
Thank you.
If you can give me a little siren from the car, and I'll gladly give out tickets to everyone.
Thanks for offering the help. We need all the help we can get.
Listen, we're here to help, man. We're here to help. We're a community.
Committee members, I'm thinking about one step, which will be the display of a no double parking sign, which will be set by 3 feet high times 2 feet wide. That'll be placed on the sidewalk. And also that the merchant would encourage members not to double park whenever they're playing the DJ or they have an announcement that will make this announcement public. Would that be all as far as like steps?
I can agree with those.
Very well. So based on one step, I think that we should go to a straight vote if there are no objections. Seeing none, let's go to straight vote.
And no objections on my end. Just wanted to give a shout out to the establishment for running a phenomenal establishment in our community. Thank you.
Thank you,
very
Angel.
much, guys. It's a pleasure to be uptown with you.
Of course. Alrighty, we can go to a vote now.
Yes, please.
Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin Cruz,
Yes.
Joel Abreu,
Yes.
C. Maria Hernandez,
Yes.
Carla Negbu,
Yes.
Anthony Viola.
Hey, it's Leo. I'm sorry, I jumped in a couple minutes ago.
Oh, Leo joined us. Great.
Oh, Leo's here. Leo, will you be able to vote on this? Were you here for the
Yeah,
whole
I heard
presentation?
most
Okay.
of it. I just want to comment on Locksmith. Been attending the establishment for years. I think they run a great business. They're doing amazing with chelas. So you got my support. So my vote is yes.
Thank you. And Anthony, I don't think I caught yours there at the end.
Yes.
Great. So that is 8 votes in support, no opposition, no abstentions. The recommendation is to not object the application.
Thank you so much. So Oscar and Joel, congratulations once again.
Thank
very much,
you.
guys.
You are great people, and I'm happy that we have you as merchants in the area. So
Thank you
congrats.
very
once
much, guys. Like I said, it's a pleasure to be uptown in the Heights. It's our
Thank you.
community that keeps us going, guys. Thank you.
God bless.
Bye.
Thank you. Next agenda item, please.
Next agenda item is number 6. This is Luxor, New York LLC, doing business as Luxor, located at 3775 10th Avenue at the corner of West 203rd Street. The applicant is seeking the renewal of their on-premise liquor license. Do we have a representative for Luxor, New York LLC?
Yes, good evening, everyone. Aurelia Tavares, New York Business Licensing, the representative for Luxor NY LLC, a restaurant located, like Angel said, at 3775 10th Avenue. The owner, Juan Gores, is here as well. We are seeking to renew and extend the hours to 4 a.m.
Very well. So
Good
let's,
evening, everyone.
let's entertain the renewal first, then
Sure.
we'll follow by entertaining to change the method of operation as you indicated. How long you been in business there, Juan and Aurelia?
We have been in business for 3 years.
Very well. And how's business going there?
2022, we took a hit, but I'm really impressed that January has been really good. During the pandemic, we did pretty well. We helped a lot of hospitals, and in return, we got a lot of orders from hospital, like back orders. So during the pandemic, it was great. 2021 was great as well. 2022 was the one that we took a hit, but we bouncing back.
I'm happy to hear that. So committee members and precinct, they did submit a complete questionnaire. Christian, do you need me to review the method of operation, or you have that information with you?
I have it.
All right, so in essence, the last time that this applicant came to the board, the committee rejected the application because they were not present on the request that they have made. And based on the info that I have here, they did submit a copy of the public notice. I see a copy of the license. Also, I see that they have had no SLA summonses, but I'd like to see now to hear the opinion of 34 precinct. Officer Perros, what's the opinion of 34 precinct?
So we have a little bit of a concern, especially in that area. There's a lot of other nightlife establishments that already have liquor license till 4 a.m. And so just adding another one, we're concerned because it's bad at 4 o'clock because a lot of people are coming out from all the establishments. So we wanted to ask if maybe they could up it half hour to 3:30. This way we could have a little bit of a scattered dismissal of all the places, because it's really hard for our officers to try to control the places at once with people, exiting, trying to get into cabs. And it's just a request. I mean, like I said, we ran the location, and for 2022, they had 11 3-on-1 jobs. And what I could see, we had one grand larceny with someone left there unattended property, and someone took it, and they just happened to have credit cards inside. So they're not a problematic place. We just asked for their cooperation just to make it a little bit easier in dispersing at the time of the end of the night.
So
We would be willing to do the 3:30.
You have
Sorry.
to ask that in a few minutes. Just give me 1 second, please. So, Officer Perez, you say that in 2022 there were 11 311 calls,
In 2022, yes.
and there was a grand larceny issue there, and that happened when?
In 2022.
Do you know more or less ballpark figure, what month?
Yeah, it's February 5th of 2022. And again, it's not their fault. The patron left their property unattended, and someone stole it. And she just happened to have credit cards in there. So it's a grand larceny report that was taken.
So someone's credit card was stolen, right?
It was her purse, but she had credit cards within the purse.
Okay. The purse was stolen. Very well. And before we proceed, earlier, Officer Perez, we can entertain the idea about the hours when the next item for the change of method of operation. But for this,
Okay.
is only the renewal.
Very
And
well.
when we can get into negotiations with them once we take the next agenda item, which is to change the method of operation, if it's okay. Yeah.
Perfect.
Arely, and we can answer these questions when we do the next item for the change of method of operation, okay?
Sure.
All right, so committee members, this is about renewal. They also have a request about to change the method of operation. So we'll vote one at a time, but I see that we have some hands, some questions. Let me start with Anthony. Anthony.
Yeah, I'm just curious. I do see that your business received a B rating in its inspection. Can you just expand on some of the violations that were found that led to the B rating?
Yes, the only violation that was given was that I didn't have paper towels on behind the bar. My question to them was like, you found the kitchen to be really clean, the food was great. Why a B for paper towel, but they have their own laws, so I had to obey and put it out there.
And are you working with them to try and mitigate that and to get your?
I was told that the next time they come, they're gonna reassess. They put the paper towel behind. It was, the holder was there. It was just that somebody forgot to change it. And I follow their instruction. It's always there. I make sure of that every night. So I'm just waiting for them to show up.
Okay, and it's hard to see, when was this inspection done?
I'm not sure. To tell you the truth, I will have to dig it out and look for that. But it was 2022, the beginning, the probably second quarter of 2022.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Anthony. Followed by Leo.
Thank you, Chair. Just a quick question. I know this area is a one-way street and there's a lot of double parking issues. My question is, do you guys have a no double parking sign?
We do, which we work with the parking lot that's down from my establishment. They already have that in place as the other establishment that didn't let people in if they double park. We are doing the same. We are doing announcements like every half an hour if we see cars out there for people to go out and put the car in. There's no excuse to have cars there double park because we have 2 parking lots. We have 2 places in the same street. So, it could be from anywhere. People just park and they leave the car there. But we have been working with the 34 precinct to clean that area up. Thank God that they provided patrols to patrol the area. So we are working together on dealing with that issue.
Thank you.
So the precinct reported 11 311 calls last year, mostly because of noise. Can you please elaborate a little bit on that and how you are?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure from where the 311 calls because the building is pretty far away from us. I usually go outside and stand in the corner and I can't hear any music from outside. But, complaints are going to be complaints. And, I will try to continue to go out there to make sure that the noise is not coming out. Maybe from people being outside walking on the streets, maybe. But, I'm doing everything possible to work with the 34 precinct so there's no noise out there.
And you also have this place has been fully soundproof. Is that correct?
Yes.
Correct.
And do you have a sound limiter?
Yes, I do. System.
Okay. As far as like the grand larceny concern that happened, can you please elaborate a little bit on that and what the president stated?
These things. I mean, that's the one that happened. I do remember it because it's the only one that happened. The problem is I was looking at the camera and, it's pretty dark. I couldn't see anything. I asked the person to come in and see the video with me, and we were not able to determine where the wallet was or who took it. There's times that people, they think they left something, they took it. I'm not saying that that's what happened, but it's hard to determine who took the wallet. I do train my staff that if they see something that is out of place or under the tables or whatever, to bring it to the office to me. And then what I usually do is I will follow up with a call. So I have, recuperated a lot of, coats, shoes, wallets, just doing searches and, sending IG messages. But, we try to work with our customers. We do everything to please them. So, that's not something that happen often.
Is it part of your protocol that once you are facing a problem like this, you would contact the NYPD?
If somebody, because the first step that I take is try to find the owner of the wallet, or you saying if somebody reports it?
Because I like to see what type of protocol are in place in case there are incidents like this. what are the steps that should be taken? If the issue is more like of violence, there has to be a protocol for both. So I'm asking you if you have a protocol to see that, if the issue has to be reported or not to the police, how do you make that determination?
So like I said, I work really close with the precinct. So if I see that something's gonna get out of hand that we cannot resolve it internally, then I will call patrols right away. I have never been afraid of having the detective come in and help me out. I treat it more like, they helping me, keep my establishment safe. So, but thank God, since I started, I haven't had, any issues in there. And I continue to pray that I don't have any.
All right, thank you so much. And you also indicated that you have outside a no double parking sign, correct?
So I work together with the parking lot that's on the bottom of my place. They do have a sign out there already, so I didn't think it was necessary for me to put another one, but if I need to, I will do that.
Very well. Committee members, if there are no questions, I would like to proceed to a vote if there are no oppositions.
Chair, can we add that?
I'm sorry, what was that, Leo? And then I'll recognize you, Anthony. Leo,
I'm
go ahead.
sorry for cutting in. Can we add that as a stip? I know that the parking lot has the sign, but I think the business should as well, just to encourage their clientele to use the parking lot. So if you can provide the double parking lot sign, even though you mentioned every 30 minutes, and we appreciate it, I think it does help fix that situation on the street.
So we entertain that as a step. Thank you so much, Leo. Anthony, you have your hand up.
Yeah, I move to add a stipulation as well that the business continues to remediate any violations found in the most recent inspection.
What's the ask again? I'm sorry, Anthony.
That the business continues to take steps to remediate any violations found in the most recent inspection.
Yes.
For the health inspection.
Correct.
Very well. So based on two steps for the merchant to mitigate the health problem issue that was found on the last health inspection, and a no double parking sign, that will be a measurement of 3 feet high times 2 feet wide to be displayed on the sidewalk. If this is okay with the committee, we'll proceed with a vote. Seeing no objection, let's proceed to a vote.
Good with me. Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Joel, how do you vote?
Yes.
Leo, how do you vote?
Yes. Yes.
Timari, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
And Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
Chair, you have 8 votes in support, no opposition, no abstention. The recommendation is to not object on the application.
For the renewal, thank you so much, Angel. Juan and Aurelia, congratulations. This renewal has been approved, and we would recommend the board approves this resolution. So congratulations once again. But stay there because you're also the next one online to change the method of operation.
Correct.
Since you are the newest member, when we have changes to the method of operation, it could be like they want to expand the hours, or maybe they want to add music. There'll be an iteration practically on how they operate out to the business. And when that happens, we ask about, what the iteration will be, what are the changes, and based on those changes, as a committee, do we want to put any steps in place? Once we listen to what the applicant is requesting and what other person has to report. On that note, let's proceed to the next one, please.
Good evening, Aurelia Tavares.
Allow Angie to introduce the next agenda item.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So agenda item number 7, Luxor NY LLC, doing business as Luxor, located at 3775 10th Avenue at the corner of West 203rd Street, is seeking for a method of operation change. Do we have a representative?
Thank you so much, Angel. Again, so we're going to ask a question to the applicant. What are the changes? What are the rationales for the changes? And if need be, is the committee willing to set up some steps? So on that, let me turn to the representative. Aurelia, what is the ask about the changes of method operation?
The ask is for an extension of hours from the current method of operation to 4 a.m. We have a couple of nights at 1 and the other nights at 2 a.m. What we're asking for, now that we've heard the input from the officer from the 34th precinct, we are requesting 3:30 all across the board. We don't necessarily stay open till 3:30, but in this climate and with what's happening in the market, it enables them to be able to hold special events. We can agree to notify the precinct if anything special or anything like that, but we are asking for an extension of the hours pursuant to what is approved by the community board.
Very well. So again, Officer Perez, this is the same applicant, and you had requested to see if the applicant can bring down the hours to 3:30 a.m.
That's
that was
correct.
requested. So, Aurelia, so you're going to open up from 11 to 3:30 every day, right?
Correct.
Or 11 a.m. to 3:30 on a daily basis. That is the request. The president indicated that they will not have a problem with this as long as they close by 3:30. The applicant submit a complete application. And based on that, committee members, if you have any questions, now is the time.
No questions. Just want to clarify, explicitly put out there that currently the hours of operation are Sunday to Thursday, 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. and Fridays and Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. right? And we're switching it all up to 3:30 a.m. every day.
Let's review that again because I'll have to write down the resolution.
Yeah. So yeah, what I have here based on the previous resolution that we passed is that they're permitted to be open Sunday to Thursday, 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. and Fridays and Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m.
I know that I can go back to the minutes, but go a little bit slow on me. So
Okay, Sunday to Thursday.
Sunday through Thursday, right?
Yep. 11 a.m. to 1 a.m.
To 1 a.m., right?
Yep.
And then which is Fridays through Friday and Saturdays, then, right?
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m.
That's what they had.
Yes, that is what they have.
Thank you so much for the clarification, because otherwise I'll get lost when I write the reso and also explain to the board. So very well. I see Leo, Anthony followed by Leo. Anthony, you have the floor.
Yeah, I'm just curious if you can explain to us what exactly is the business reason for expanding the hours? Is it that customers are asking for it? Is it something that you have determined based on data?
That's a great question. So I have both. I have data. I have customer asking for it. So what happened to me in 22, I was happy with the 2 o'clock on 2021. I was happy 2020, even during the pandemic. 2019, I was happy doing it at 2 o'clock and then 1 o'clock on Sunday and every other day. So what happened is, since the economy, after they stopped giving the $600 for unemployment, an additional $600, they put it to 300. The business suffer 25% loss of business there. Then when they went down to 300, it was it was actually that's still 75. Then when they took it out, that was like a 75% hit. And what I have discovered was that people were using their money smarter, like saying, you know what, I'm just going to pick one place to go out, but I'm going to pick one that is open to 4 o'clock in the morning. So what happens with that is that places like mine suffer greatly, especially around that area that everyone has 4 a.m. except me. And that's the reason why I'm asking for an extension.
Very well, followed by Leo. Leo, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chair. So I don't see the problems with an extension of the hours Thursday through Saturday. I go out myself, so I know that, you know, I'm one to look for the later time. My thing is based on the 311 complaints, guessing because of loud music. It doesn't seem plausible to me to allow the hours all the way to 3:30 or even 4 from Sunday. Maybe let's exclude Sunday because people go out Sunday, Monday through Wednesday or Monday to Thursday. I think that as a committee and thinking about the general board, I'm very sure that when this is brought up, relating to how close it is to the Dyckman houses, it's not gonna fly with a lot of community members throughout the whole week at a closing time of 3:30. The only way you guys will be willing to compromise and maybe from Monday through Wednesday or Monday through Thursday, closing at 3 or 2:30. I just think it gives you a better feeling because I understand that there's been a loss of money and, you know, the pandemic and the economy in general has pulled people away from spending that money. But like I said, we know the board is going to be very hard for it to fly on a daily basis. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Leo. Great point, because it will be very hard to justify closure time of 3:30 on a daily basis. I could understand perhaps for the weekend, but I know that this can be a problem. But let me go listen to Joel. Joel, you have the floor.
Yeah, just to piggyback off what Leo was saying, 3 o'clock, I would suggest doing Monday through Wednesday, 3 o'clock, and then the remaining days, 3:30, just so we can be able to present it to the general board.
So you're saying that Mondays through Wednesday until what time?
3 o'clock.
3 a.m., right? And
Yeah,
the rest of the days until 3:30.
3:30.
I think it's reasonable. Juan and Aurelia, so you heard the concern. The concern is that if we bring this to the general board, we do have a lot of residents that reside near the Dyckman houses, and they're going to have a problem with this because of the late hours. I think that the fact that we can stay open until 3:30 on the weekends will give you a great idea about how you're going to do for the rest of the year. I recommend that what is being presented, that you stay open until 3 o'clock, or 3:30 on the weekends, and the rest of the days until 3 a.m.
I think we can work with that, Mr. Goris. I think that that's fair.
It is fair. You know, I would like to bring up a point. I always work with the community. You know, we do anything from turkey drives to, you know, I work really, really well with them. Any activity that they have, they do it at Luxor because you know, there's free of charge come in, you know, it's for the community. So I know that they will not have an issue with it, but I respect the fact that, you know, there's an ask to kind of control the outside. Like, I don't think the music is the one that's doing it, but there were 11 311 calls, so it has to come from somewhere. But I do agree.
Thank you so much for being flexible and understanding the concerns of our community. We are representing not only the businesses, but we also the voice of the community. And if we accept an establishment that closes really late at night, then we'll be the one that will get blamed for. But before I continue, I see that Angel, you have your hand up. Angel, you have the floor.
Sure. I just want to attest to what Mr. Goris just mentioned in terms of Luxor working with the community. I have seen it firsthand. I think that they maintain a good relationship with the community around that part of the neighborhood, particularly with the Dyckman houses. So first of all, thank you for doing that. Second of all, I applaud your efforts. And yeah, I'm good with the stipulations that have been discussed, but I just wanted to make sure that I speak up and attest to the fact that I have witnessed that myself, their community engagement.
I will also echo your sentiment, Angel. I know that they have been a great community engagement. Well, so I'm really grateful for that. And I like to push also the agenda moving forward. So based with 2 steps, again, that were in place for the last renewal, same applicant, same steps, which will be another bubble parking issue, as stated before, along with having another step about mitigating the health issue that they had before, which will also be stipulated on the last application. Are we clear?
Thank
Council
you.
members? Based on that, I recommend that vote to straight vote.
Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Joel Obrero,
Yes.
Leo Jimenez,
Yes.
Sumari Hernandez. Sumari,
Yes.
Carl Lenegbu,
Yes.
Anthony Viola.
Yes.
Chair, that's 8 votes in support, no opposition, no abstention. That is a no objection on that. We recommend no objection on the application.
Thank you so much, Angel. Congratulations once again to you, Areli, as the representative. Also, Juan, keep doing the great job that you're doing in our community. And I really like the establishment. I have been there very few times, but it's really nice. And I hope that, we all get to visit the establishment.
Thank you for being so gracious, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Have a
you,
good night.
everyone.
Have a good night.
So now we move on to the session of the agenda where we entertain actually not.
We have one more, yeah.
We have one more. So let's go to the next one before I move forward.
Okay. Applicant number 8 is Inwood Beer Garden and Bistro Inc., doing business as Inwood Bar and Grill, located at 4892 Broadway at the corner of West 204th Street. The applicant is seeking for a change in method of operation. Do we have a representative for Inwood Beer Garden and Bistro Inc.?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. For the purposes of the minutes, can you state your name and relationship to the establishment?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Maria Figueroa, and I'm the owner of the restaurant Inwood Bar and Grill.
Wonderful. Thank you for joining us tonight, Maria.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maria, once again. This is to change the method of operation. Based on your application, I understand that you want to come before this committee to inform us about changes that are going to happen to the patio or the backyard of the establishment. I've been there many times, but I can talk about that later on. So please give us a full description of your request about enclosing this backyard. Give us like the specifics about the structure of it, the process, and anything that has to do with the safety of the patrons that go there. We'll be more than happy to listen to what you have, and then we'll ask the president for the opinion. Then I'm going to open the floor for the committee members. Maria, please tell us about what is that you want to do on the backyard.
Hi, yes. Yes, now that the patio is enclosed, I would like to request for increase of hour up to 4 a.m. Currently, it's until 11 p.m. and it was because it was open. Now it's enclosed and it's a retractable roof with a resistant wall for the sound. And I would like to have all the areas to be up to 4 a.m. So I don't have any limits for the customer and the clients. If they want to sit in that area, they can sit, and I don't have to rearrangement after 11 to sit them in another area or have that limitation with them.
Okay, Maria, so the patio has been fully enclosed with a retractable roof, correct?
Yes.
The question that I have for you, the panel on the roof, are these soundproofed?
The panel, yes.
Okay, and when was this performed? When did you get the full enclosure?
It started, I think, in November, and it finished like last month.
Okay, and you are open there now till 11 p.m., right?
Yes.
Is that like every single day?
Monday through, yes, every single day, yeah, until 11 p.m., the patio.
And now you're asking for what hours?
For all the areas to be the same as the restaurant, 4 a.m. Now that it's enclosed.
So you are asking for 4 a.m. closure on a daily basis?
Yes.
Very well. Committee members, the applicant did submit a copy of the applicant of the application. They had not, there's a barking dog, it's not mine. The last time that came to this committee, there was no objection. That was on March 11, 2020. Again, they submitted a copy of the public notice, questionnaire. And the last time that they were inspected and received an A, they submitted a copy of the floor plan for the patio and copy of the menu as well. So this is a complete application, but first I'd like to hear the opinion of 34th Precinct. Officer Perez, what is the opinion of 34th Precinct? While Officer Perez come back on board, Maria, can you give us an update about the incident? And Leo and Angel, I'll get back to you in a minute if it's okay. Can you give us an update on the incident that happened there? Do you know about the victims? What do you know about them? Are they released? Do you have any status? If not, we can ask our 34th Precinct.
Yes. The last time I spoke with one of the relatives about the victim, it was very sad that one of the victim lost her leg, and it's 10 years old. I guess the mom too was in the hospital too, or an aunt. It was like 6 or 5 of them that have to go to the hospital for that incident.
So you're indicating that the 10-year-old lost a leg?
Yes.
Really sad.
Yeah, very sad.
Christian Perez, are you back with us?
I am. I'm back with you.
Thank you so much. So Christian, you've seen the request by Inwood Bar and Grill. We want to know the opinion of 34th Precinct. And if you have any update about the incident that happened there as well, that'll be very welcome by this committee.
I don't have any regards to the accident. I apologize. I could try to look really quick while I talk about the 3-on-1. So we're a little concerned in regards to the change of method of operation. And I'll be quite honest with you. For 2023, the establishment already has 6 3-on-1 complaints. And for 2022, they had 29. I know that Maria said that the retractable roof has been installed since November. So going forward, I don't know if they stay open till 4 o'clock. I have a feeling that the 3-on-1 noise complaints are going to increase.
Very well.
In terms of crime, for 2022, there was one assault that took place, and it was basically, it seems like it was a dispute inside, and someone punched the other person on the shoulder. So it was categorized as an assault 3. The person called the police and complained of pain to their shoulder. There was another assault in August where a person hit another person with a closed fist in the face, causing bruising and swelling, and that person was arrested for assault 3.
And that happened in August 2022, right?
Yes. We have another complaint that was taken on March 20th, where the victim called the police and filed a report for forcible touching, and basically, in a nutshell, told the responding officers that one of the employees had touched her inappropriately.
If it's not violating any code of ethics, so the employees was male or female, and the victim, was that a female, male, transgender? What was the?
The victim was a female, and the suspect was a male. And then March 19th, we also received a complaint of a grand larceny. Again, it was an unattended purse which contained credit cards. Someone stole the purse and then used the credit cards. So again, we would
on March 19, 2022, there was a grand larceny report where someone used the credit card at establishment or was stolen.
No, not the establishment. The purse was stolen from the establishment, but the charges were incurred at a different location, at a different store.
Okay. Both Leo and Angel, these questions are going to be for the applicants?
Yes.
Applicant, I'm sorry.
Yes.
All right, so just give me 1 minute.
Yes.
Let me digest everything that is going on here. Okay, very well. I didn't see who came out first, but I'll proceed with Leo. Now objections are Angel. Leo, please proceed.
Thank you, Cedro. So I'm actually quite alarmed to hear this from the officer, from the sergeant. I'm sorry. In Woodbury Grill, Edward Beer Garden. I'm sorry. From what I've assessed, it's pretty good business. So it's, to hear it, it's kind of throwing me off. I attended the establishment, God knows how many times in the last 10 years. So I understand that the outside is covered and soundproof, but there is a building directly behind it. And I know during the warmer weather, the roof is retractable. I'm assuming as well would be open. Is there any way you would consider changing the times to maybe 2 a.m. and specifically for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday? It's going to be hard for me to push to vote for the 4 a.m. closing, especially since there's a building directly right behind it.
Thank you so much,
That's
Leo.
no problem.
Maria, let's discuss this once we are finalizing how we're going to proceed. We can take that as steps or recommendations, but I'd like to listen to all of the committee members and then we can proceed with application. Angel followed by Anthony. Leo, Angel, you have the floor.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for giving me the floor. I see on your application that it indicates that you have 8 SLA violations, and that since receiving your renewal, your last renewal, you have about $7,000 worth of fines. Can you just provide us with an explanation, or provide us with more information about those violations and the fines?
Yes, the last one that I received was in COVID. I think a customer by mistake say that he was sitting inside and the police saw that we were sitting people inside. Since the backyard's on the back, he didn't explain good that he was sitting in the backyard. And that's why I was called by the SLA and I got a fine for that last one. That was the only different one from the previous meeting with you.
So that $7,000 fine is in relation
No, that's
to.
the total.
Okay, so, and that's the last one of the 8 that you have indicated here?
Yes.
Okay, and so the total 7,000, what are the other ones for?
The ones that I can recall, because it was a long time ago, I think it was because the extinguisher was on the floor instead of hanging on the wall. One of the light for the exiting was off. It wasn't working. I think one of them was mixed drink, that it was on the bar, and that's the one that I can recall.
Okay, and that's since your last renewal, which should have been about 2 years ago at this point?
The last renewal was, yeah, almost 2 years, yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So before I proceed to Anthony, Maria, those fines were before 2021?
The fine, the last one
The
was
COVID fine, right?
2022. And Yeah, the 7,000, it's a total amount of all of them, all the fines that I got.
Okay, and the last summon that you received from the SLA was when?
It was 20, when we were allowed to sit people, but in the patio open, I think it was 2021 in January,
Okay,
but it was resolved last year.
so it was resolved last year.
Yeah.
Anthony, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chair. So I just wanted to ask two questions. The first one is a clarification question. Ms. Figueroa, it looks like this application says that you're only intending or asking to stay open till 4 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, but the remainder of the week, you want to stay open till 2 a.m. Am I misreading that? Or do you want to make an amendment to your application here?
It says until 2 a.m.
Yes, it says Sunday through Thursday, 2 a.m.
For the patio.
Well, it says hours of operation pursuant to this application. I'm assuming it's the patio.
The current hours for the patio is 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. So you said on the application it was put until 2 a.m.
Yeah, it says Monday through Thursday and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 4 a.m.
I see it on the application. It says 11 a.m. to 4 a.m. On the licensing documents.
That's for
Yeah,
Friday.
that's what I see. 11 to 4, closed daily patio, close at 11, and then Sunday through Thursday, 12 to 4 p.m. 4 a.m.
I think Anthony is right because I also have that you're closing on Fridays and Saturdays at 4 a.m. Those are the requests that you're putting.
So I think in asking this question, I'm just trying to clarify, is it supposed to be the entire week until 4 a.m. or just for Friday and Saturday, and then the remainder of the week until 2 a.m.?
The whole week, yeah, the same hours as the restaurant inside until 4 a.m.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then the second question I have is in relation to what the 34th precinct brought up with regards to a complaint made against an employee, forcible touching. Is that employee still an active employee at your restaurant?
No, he's not working with us anymore. And when we saw the video that we got the complaint, the employee was cleaning next to that table, and I guess he bent down to clean something that it was wet, but we never saw that he was touching the person that put the complaint.
Okay, those are all my questions. Thank you, Chair.
No
Does this
problem.
mean that the employee in question was let go?
I'm sorry?
The employee in question, you said that he was let go, like he was dismissed?
Yes, he was dismissed.
And you said that based on your video footage, there wasn't an actual intent of touching?
No, there was not.
Okay. Angie, is that like an old hand or new one? New hand.
I'm sorry, that is an old hand. I can lower it now.
Okay. Before I proceed, because I know that I'm going to forget, I see that we have Rosa Yolanda asking a question. Rosa, I had asked that you would come to this committee so that I would introduce you to the committee and that you would introduce the project that you have, which engages youth in becoming familiar with the restaurant industry. And I think it's a great program, but we usually do this at the very beginning of the meeting, not in the middle of the meeting. Ebenezer, does Rosa have panelist privileges? Chanel, does Rosa, I see that she has been.
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you. So Rosa, I have requested that you come to this committee to present your project. However, we do the presentation of either organizations, projects at the very beginning of our meeting. Because I didn't see you at the beginning of the meeting, we proceeded in taking care of the meeting because it can take for a long time. Is it possible perhaps that you can come next month? But you gotta come and be present at the meeting really early because that's when we allow members to introduce projects to the committee, to the rest of the committee.
I appreciate the opportunity, Sidro. I was here. I am trying to navigate the system and using my telephone, but I was here earlier. I'd be happy to come back next month.
Yeah, because it will be a service out to a project because right now we don't have many audience anyway. My apologies if I don't see you at the beginning, but that's when we have all the introductions of any program, services, or resources, and they will be introduced at the very beginning. So I will highly recommend that you come back next month, and please make sure that you let me know if I don't recognize you, so that you can be introduced next month at its full length.
So that will be March 1?
No, that'll be that'll be March 8th, the second Wednesday of every month.
Okay,
Right?
6 days.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rosa, and committee members. Apologies, I had to take care of that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Rosa. So, based on the concerns that you have heard about Inwood Bar and Grill, I know that this is a great establishment. I've been there many, many times. There are some issues that we have to consider. So I'd like to hear about some options, opinion, how you would like to proceed with this applicant. I see Leo, you have your hand up.
Yes, Adrian, I think I'm gonna stick and propose some steps. Well, not step, a recommendation to Rosa is maybe stay within the 11 range from Sunday through Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, we'll consider the 2 a.m. closing of the patio.
Leo, what are the hours again?
So based on what Anthony said, Sunday through Thursday, maintain 11 p.m. closing in the patio. People do work and there's a building right next to and behind, well, not next to, but behind it. So regular closing at 11 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, Friday and Saturday, 2 a.m. closing, I think is fair.
Okay, so let me just review what they have on the questionnaire to play it safe. So we have Sundays through Thursdays until 2 a.m. Then Saturdays and Sundays, Fridays and Saturdays until 4 a.m. Leo.
Yes, until 2 a.m. Friday and Saturday.
So it will be
Instead of 4 a.m., I ask is 4 a.m. I say, to be fair, 2 a.m. Given the 311 complaints, the incidents that have happened in the last couple of years, I think that 2 a.m. is fair to start off, and then when she comes back in the future, we might reconsider 4 a.m. But I think 2 a.m. is fair for Thursday, Friday.
On a daily basis?
No, Friday and Saturday only. On a daily basis, from Sunday through Thursday, it should be 11 p.m. I think it's fair. People work. Sure, there's kids that live in that building. I think to limit the time, Sunday through Thursday, 11 p.m. is good, and then Friday and Saturday at 2 a.m.
Okay. Angel?
I think I'm having a tough time with this one because of the incidents that have occurred inside the establishment and because of the number of 311 calls. And it's just, I mean, just from my perspective, it's just the patio space. But let me ask you this, question, Maria. How many people do you typically sit in that patio space that you're inconveniencing at around 11 p.m. by having to move them?
Well, I have in the whole restaurant 299.
Right.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure that everybody wanted to sit now in the patio because it's something new and it's gonna be very
But how many people can you fit back there?
How many people? 1 second. I think in the lower area is 133 in the basement area.
Right, but that's not the patio, right?
It's including the patio.
Yeah, but the patio is a separate space. I'm assuming it's a separate space. How many people are out there?
Including the mezzanine level as well, Maria. I think that's what Angel's making reference to, because you have a mezzanine level and you also have a basement level, which is outside, outdoors, right?
Let me check my CEO 1 second.
Leo, you'll be next.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, is that I'm looking for the certificate of your captaincy. Let me see. It says the cell, it says 161 and the upper is 138. I guess it's only one area.
Both the mezzanine level and the downstairs.
So maybe I'm just not understanding the floor plan. You're telling me how many?
Yeah, on the certificate of occupancy, it says that the cell, which is the basement, I can sit 161 people, and on the top floor, 138. And then I can arrange
161.
them, huh?
161 and 138, that's 299.
299 in total, yeah.
Sure, but I guess my question specifically is, how many people are you currently sitting in the patio area, and at 11 p.m. you're having to say it's time for you to leave this area because I have to close this down?
Let me check the floor plan now.
While Maria searches that particular answer for the question, Leo, you have the floor, followed by your Leo. I'm sorry, Angel. Would that be the last question that you might have?
Yeah, I'm looking for answers.
We can also come back to you, for a follow. Leo.
Thank you. This is to Maria as well. So depending on Angel's question and considering it, do you plan on having security in the back? And if so, how much? Because Isidro brought up a good point. There is a upstairs mezzanine area and a lower patio kind of area outside. So do you plan on having any security guard, until what time?
Yes, I will have to add more security guard people and until closing. According to the table setting, it's like around on the backyard, like around 72 people.
Okay.
And that'll be on the outside, correct?
On the patio, yeah.
I think it's combining both the mezzanine level and the lower level. That will give you 138.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. I'm going to proceed now. I think I was Joel.
You had a hand from Joel.
Yeah.
I want to ask a quick question. Is this the same New Barn Grill that I believe we, like we're talking about last renewal, that you guys made a huge investment to the back of the property, and this is the same property in question.
I couldn't hear good your question. Can you repeat it again, please?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So basically what I'm asking is, I remember last time there was a renewal and there was a heavy investment in the back of the establishment. Is this the same Inwood Bar and Grill?
That has what on the back end?
Last time you were here, I don't know if you can hear me. Last time you were here, you told me
You're having bad connection.
that
Let's come back to you because there's bad connection. I'll come back to you, but let me first hear Anthony, then we'll come back to you because we do have bad connection.
the investment.
Okay. Anthony.
Sure thing.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. I'm also struggling with this application too, because it appears that a lot of the information that was given on this application doesn't line up with what you're telling us, specifically around the SLA violations. It sounds like the 7,000 is a total number as opposed to just from the last 3 years. Additionally, the numbers with regards to the amount of people you're seating aren't lining up. And then these hours also aren't lining up because the application says until 2 a.m. So I don't know what the protocol here is, Chair, but I would recommend that maybe this application be revised and then resubmitted at the next meeting or a different meeting.
But when you said the hours, are you talking about hours of operation that was on the application?
Yes, yeah, we're looking
Yeah,
directly.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I just saw it. Yeah, that's correct. But I have the license up to 4 a.m. On the license is up to 4, but the operation hours, that's correct.
But I may be mistaken, but I think the hours on your license have to align with your hours of operation.
I have to close until 4 a.m.
Yeah, am I wrong about that, Chair? If your license says you're going to stay open till 4 a.m., your hours of operation have to align with that. No,
they can stay open. They cannot serve alcohol.
I see. And is that what you're doing, Ms. Figueroa?
Well, I'm closing around that time, but if I still have customer, I stay until 4 a.m.
But with the understanding, Maria, that you cannot serve alcohol by the hours that are stipulated on the application.
No, I don't say, but I have it until 4 to sell alcohol inside the restaurant.
Inside, but this is the request that you're making is for the outside, which we don't have to have the same hours because we're taking into account that this is an enclosed feature that noise can easily be an issue, and because it's a backyard or patio, that the community has a right to request earlier closure, and that's I think what Anthony is referring to, and he's saying that because there are so many discrepancies as far as like what are you requesting, it's not clear about your request on the hours. He's saying, or he's requesting, correct me if I'm wrong, Anthony, that perhaps you should take a second look at this application and come back next month with a much clearer plan of action, specifying the clear hours that you want, because there are some contradicting hours on the application versus what you're telling us.
Chair, if I may.
Leo, please proceed.
And I apologize for interruption. So my understanding, I think what she's kind of been consistent with is she has the outside patio. The patio is open usually till 11 p.m. Her license to sell inside says to 4 a.m., but she's not talking about that. We're talking about the outside, which she's closing currently at 11 p.m. Her ask is to extend the hours to 4 a.m. So that's what she wants.
But on the application, it says until 2 a.m. Sundays, through Thursdays at 2 a.m.
So
And
she wants to close the so she
I'm
wants to
sorry?
close so she wants to close the patio Sundays to Thursdays, 2 a.m. and Friday, Saturday, 4 a.m. is her ask.
All right.
Okay, my question is, the hour of operation that is asking on that application is for the inside or for the patio?
That you should know what is that you're requesting, because that's what we're asking, because we're not sure.
No, that hours that I put, it was for the inside.
That's for the inside. This is what you have presently now, then.
Yeah, that's the hour of operation for the inside.
Okay, so now you're requesting that on a daily basis to be closed at 4 o'clock in the morning.
To have, yes.
But I think,
Let me go to Simari, then Leo. Simari, you have the floor.
thank you, Chair. I think to Leo's point, the application is inconsistent with the license. I think I'm hearing a background, sorry. It's inconsistent with the license because the license right now for inside, it's already open until 4 a.m. So I think you should look at it again. So that's it.
So I'll get back to you, Leo, in a minute. So Maria, the issue is that you submitted the hours of operations for the current inside hours of operations. And we're just confused because there's nowhere written down where your request is to close at 4 a.m. I think that's the point that Anthony brought, and it's concerning that, it's not clear. Before I proceed, Leo, you have the floor.
That's an old hand, I'm sorry.
Okay, Simari, you had an old hand. Is it an old hand or a new hand?
No, I think I just wanted to look at this again because the initial page, there's like a page in the beginning of the application that has the request, and it has bolded, including the patio, and it says Monday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 4 a.m. closure. So I think that's consistent with what's in the application body, because in the application questionnaire, then you have 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. some days, and then Friday, Saturday, 11 a.m. to 4 a.m.
Thank you for bringing that up, Simari. That can clear up a lot of the issues that we have. So the changes are stated a couple of pages on the application.
Like, it's like an opening page.
So, yeah. So Anthony, there is that page that is requesting Monday through Sundays. That's the request from 11 a.m. to 4 a.m. What they have on the questionnaire are the hours of operation for the inside. What they're requesting for the outside is Monday through Sunday, 4 a.m. until 4 a.m. That is the request. Thank you so much for bringing that up. That'll clear everything up. Angel, followed by Anthony.
Yeah, actually it was, I believe Leo mentioned something earlier that led me to come up with an additional question, and that's with regards to the retractable roof during spring, summer, and fall times, like during those seasons. Do you plan on making it open air? If so, what are your hours of when that's going to happen, and when do you plan on closing it?
Yes, I'm planning to open it on the summertime, and it's gonna be up to maybe 7 o'clock or 8 a.m. I mean 8 p.m. And then close it for the rest of the night.
So it'd be open till 8 p.m. and then it's closed for the remainder of the night.
Yeah, around that time, yeah.
Okay.
Anthony.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank Marie for pointing that out to me. So Ms. Figueroa, just based on that statement though, are you also asking for an extension of the operation inside as well? And will you be changing your hours of operation inside as well, Monday through Sunday?
To the license hours, you mean?
Well, for just the hours of operation, you're saying the inside part only stays open till 2 a.m. Will that now change till 4 a.m. as well?
Yes.
Okay. No, that will have to be a separate ask. Because right now she only requesting that we entertain the outside. If she wants to do another change to the method operation, she have to come back to extend the hours on the inside.
So if, let's say though, the patio is operating until 4 a.m. and the inside is only operating till 2 a.m., is there an entrance and exit from and to the patio without having to go through the inside portion of the restaurant?
The problem that I have here with the schedule on the request is that the bar is inside,
Right.
which will be in contradiction to the terms that she's requesting, because it means that the bar on the inside will have to be open till 4 o'clock in the morning. In the meantime, that bar that section should have been closed. You
No,
understand?
but we have another entrance on the side that directly you to the patio. It's another door that can be used too.
That's not a problem. The exit is not a problem. My problem is like Anthony's raising the point that some hours inside your present hours of operations, you are open until 2 a.m., but you are requesting to open up the place on the back until 4 a.m. So that'll be a contradiction, unless we come to an agreement that, you know, to stay open until specific hours. But the back cannot stay open later than the inside, because the bar is inside the premise. So if we agree to, let's say, allow this to run until 4 a.m. in the morning, the bar will have to close at 2 a.m. because that's what they have presently on some days. You understand, committee members?
Yes, I do.
Simari, followed by Anthony. Simari.
Thank you, Isidro. I think that's where I have a question. My question is, what are your current hours? Is it what's listed on the questionnaire, or is it what's on the license? Because the license says 11 a.m. to 4 a.m. closed daily, right? But the patio closes at 11 p.m.
Yes, the patio have to be closed by 11 p.m., but the inside can stay open until 4 a.m.
Okay.
But I'm closing until 2, depending on, you know, on the demand of the client. If they want to stay, then I'll stay longer, because I have that option to stay until 4 a.m.
Okay.
Maria, but like Simari indicated, you have closing hours here.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Until 4 a.m.
On the application?
On the liquor license.
Yeah, I have it until 4 a.m.
Sunday through Thursdays.
No, every day.
If I may.
Yes, please, Sanjay. Yes, I'm sorry, Maria, every day, yeah.
If I may, so I'm looking at the application. So one thing we have to consider, in her application, it says the license would like to change its hours of operation. So the license, including for the patio, I think the language was off, but the ask is there. So she's making everything till 4 a.m. Including means we're gonna cover the general and then include this. So I think in the application, it clearly states that she wants to pretty much have everything open Monday through Sunday from 11 to 4 a.m. And then below it, she kind of tries to clarify, and again, it gets lost, the language gets lost. But the main ask is there. She wants everything open Monday through Sunday to 4 a.m. So I think as a committee, we should discuss if 4 a.m. is proper time. I don't think the application is confusing.
And we're going to disregard what's stated on the application because it's not congruent to what is on the license. So we're going to disregard what is written on the questionnaire, and we're going to proceed with the hours that are stated on the license because those are the legal hours. I see Joel, followed by Anthony, followed by Simari. Well, all hands. Joel, followed by Anthony. Okay.
All right. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
So yeah, I see the same thing Leo says. I think the ask is clear. It says that she is extending the hours of operation of the patio till 4. And obviously she's being open till 4 as of now. But I think she's made clear that if there is clients that want that to be 4, that she usually closes around 2, which is what made that distinction in the questionnaire. But she does have the availability to close till 4, and she wants to
All right.
expand it to the patio.
Very well. Thank you, Joel. Anthony.
Yeah, and I think part of the reason I'm confused, and I think you were touching on this, Chair, is that if your hours on your license currently are 11 a.m. to 4 a.m., then that is the time that you're supposed to be open until. I may be mistaken, but I think under the law, if your liquor license says that your hours of operation are until 4 a.m., then you were supposed to stay open each night until 4 a.m. Even if you wanted to close sooner, that goes in contradiction to what the SLA gave you a license to do. So I may be mistaken there, and I'm happy to revert back on that, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
So
No, you're not mistaken. The hours of operations closure are to be observed unless they are like emergencies where the operator has to close a place because of personal issues. Other than that, they will allow you perhaps to not close for a couple of days that as you're scheduled, but you are supposed to be open as you have the hours on the license. So Anthony, you're right. Those hours have to be observed. And if they find that you're closing a lot earlier consistently, you will get a summons.
I thought that the license specifies that during those hours of operation, they can sell liquor. Not necessarily, they don't necessarily have to work through it. If a business is not making money, I don't understand why they would stay open past time if they have nobody in there. They're just paying utility.
It might not make any sense, Leo, but those are the regulations of SLA. If you are required to stay open until 4 a.m. on a daily basis, you are required to stay open. They might be flexible in giving you an opportunity if it's like 1 or 2 times, but if they see that as a consistency that you close on a daily basis, let's say at 2:30 a.m. consistently, they'll give you some.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, let's find some medium ground. So we understand that the request is to have this space open up for alcohol on a daily basis until 4 a.m. on a daily basis. I'm open to hear some recommendations. Leo and Jolie, are these all hands or new
No,
hands?
I have a recommendation.
Leo.
Yeah, so maybe Sunday through Thursday, 2 a.m. and then on Thursday and Friday, Sunday through Wednesday, sorry, 2 a.m., Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the 4 a.m. Instead of every day.
You are requesting that Sunday through Thursdays. Oh, I'm sorry, Thursday through Sunday, I would think, right?
Yeah, so Thursday through Sunday, well, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4 a.m., Sunday through Wednesday, 2 a.m.
And you say Sunday through Wednesday until what time?
2 a.m.
Brilliant. Very well. That's something that I can entertain, but I would like to hear any other options. Joel. Joel, are you with us? If not, so Leo is recommending for the establishment on the back on the request that they be open Thursday through Saturday until 4 a.m. and then Sunday through Wednesday until 2 a.m. That's something that I'll be open. Based on the.
I'd be willing.
I'm sorry, Leo.
No, it's Angel.
Angel, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Angel.
I think Sunday through Wednesday, maybe a midnight. I can do another hour because it is right against that wall.
I'm sorry, you're saying that Sunday?
Sunday through Wednesday.
Sunday through Wednesday until you say 2 a.m.?
No, I told midnight.
Can we do 1 o'clock for them? Because they did make that initial investment to cover the roof, to limit noise.
So there are three motions on the floor. Leo is requesting Sunday through Wednesday until 2 a.m. Thursday and through Saturday until 4 a.m. And you're saying Sunday through Wednesday until midnight, and Joel is saying like Sunday through Wednesday until 1 a.m. Is that correct?
Well, even I didn't finish mine because I was going to include on the weekends.
Go ahead.
On the weekends, here's where my concerns are coming from. It's the operation has not been as clean as it needs to be, right? And here we are extending hours, and we don't have proof of clean operations without 311 complaints, without assaults happening inside this establishment. Like, that's concerning to me. And so I'm willing to move because I understand that they're a massive investment. I get it, financial investments, people put in their life savings, but at the same time, I want to make it crystal clear that operations need to be smooth in an establishment when we're going to provide them with, more access to more hours, to more customers, right? Like we have to play by the rules if we're going to receive some kind of benefit. That's where I'm
for the rest of the days, what do you recommend? So you have Sunday through Wednesday until midnight, right?
Yeah, and then I can do maybe like a 2 a.m. closure on the weekends.
So that'll be Thursday through Saturday until 2 a.m., correct?
Yes.
Very well. Joel, would that be something that will be aligned with what you're requesting, or you're requesting?
I think we can meet in the middle at 3 for Thursday to Sunday, and then 1.
Joel, you're cutting off, and it's hard to listen about what you're saying. Can you perhaps come closer to the mic because we're having a hard time. Joel, it's not helping. It's cutting off.
How about now?
Leo, is that an old hand?
No,
I think you have to turn off your video. Joel, if you turn off your video, we might be able to hear you.
Try now.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
It's still bad.
So what if,
let's go to Leo. Leo.
thank you, Chair. What if we meet in the middle? I understand the concerns, Angel, and as a patron that goes to places like this, we want everything to kind of be squared away, especially how they handle the operations. How about we do Sunday through Wednesday, 1 a.m., and then Thursday through Saturday, 3 a.m.
Chair, may I?
Robin.
Leo, it doesn't work like that because the license saying to 4 a.m. in the morning. So we should go for the patio into 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. in the morning, and inside 4 a.m. like the license says.
Yeah,
So
we're not. Yeah, I'm sorry, Rob, but we're not even thinking about the inside. That's already set.
Okay, so let's do 2 a.m. That's the best we can do.
When? 2 a.m. When?
From Sunday to Wednesday.
So you have what Angel has, Thursday through Saturday until 2 a.m. and then Sunday through Wednesday until midnight?
Exactly.
Okay, so Joel, we have something different. Otherwise, we need to vote on both of these.
Oh, that's good. That's good. We're good.
All right. So Angel's proposing Sunday through Wednesday until 1 a.m. Thursday through Saturday until 3 a.m. Angel's proposing Thursday through Saturday until 2 a.m. Sunday through Wednesday until midnight. So Leo brought his recommendation first. So let's vote on Leo's recommendation first. And then we'll vote on Angel's recommendation. If you have your hand up, if it's something new, please let me know. If not, bring your hand down, please. Very well. So let's vote on the first request brought up by Leo. All of those in favor of having this establishment open from until 1 a.m. Sunday through Wednesday until 1 a.m., then Thursday through Saturday until 3 a.m. Please raise your hands. Very well.
You have 3 votes. Let me just, I'll say that out loud for the recording. You have Joel Abreu, Leo Jimenez, and Ximaria Hernandez.
Very well. So now let's go into the second request brought up by Angel, which you can raise, you can lower your hands now, people. We're now going to vote on the second request brought up by Angel, which will have Thursdays through Saturday until 2 midnight. I mean 2 a.m. Sorry. Let me restate that again. Thursday through Saturday until 2 midnight. Oh my God, I need some water. Thursday through Saturday until 2 a.m. Sunday through Wednesday until midnight. That's a recommendation that was brought up by Angel. All of those in favor, please raise your hands.
I'm in favor.
Who's that?
That was Robin.
We have 5, which is Robin, Carl, Isidro, Anthony, and Angel. So we're going to go with the second option. And we're going to discuss this now with the owner. So Maria.
Yes.
Because of the issues that were brought up by the 34th precinct, some of the issues that we hope will be rectified and dealt with. I know that you stated that that particular employee that was accused of possibly touching someone was fired or let go. So that was rectified, but there are some other pending issues, noise issues. And the committee feels comfortable with the hours of operation for the backyard that would open until 2 a.m. Thursday to Saturdays, Sunday through Wednesday until midnight. That will be the recommendation of this committee once we go to voting. And that's how we're going to move. You might have, let me lower my hand, I'm sorry. You might have some objection to this and we can discuss this, but that's how the vote is going to take place.
Okay, no problem. Appreciate it.
And again, once those issues are rectified and dealt with and there are no noise complaints, perhaps you can come back to the community board in case you want to increase those hours.
Okay, no problem.
All right, so committee members, again, we have the schedule of Thursday through Saturdays until 2 a.m. Sundays through Wednesday until midnight. That's the majority of the committee members that voted. Do we have to entertain anything else? Maria, you indicated the panels are soundproofed, correct?
Yes.
And you have a sound limiter in place, correct?
Yes.
Very well. Committee members, if there are no opposition, I recommend that we go to straight vote based on the hours of operation that are put in place. Let's proceed. Angel, please proceed.
Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
No.
Joel, how do you vote?
I'm gonna abstain.
Leo Jimenez, how do you vote?
Yes.
Ximaria, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
Chair, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 votes in support, 2 in opposition, 1 abstention. The committee recommends that we do not object to this application.
Angel, please. Let's do a revisit because I do have 611, or you have different one.
Say that again?
Let's revisit the vote. Let's take a vote again because I do have a different number.
So I have Isidro Medina as a yes.
Yes.
Angel Vasquez as a yes. Robin Cruz as a no. Joel Abreu as an abstention. Leo Jimenez as a yes. Simari Hernandez as a yes. Carl Negbu as a yes. And Anthony Viola as a yes. So that was my mistake. That should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 votes in support, 1 vote in opposition, 1 abstention.
Very well. Thank you so much, Andrew. So Maria, again, the committee has voted in favor of presenting this as a positive resolution to the general report, which is going to be scheduled within 2 weeks. I highly recommend that you come to this general report meeting to answer some questions in case there are some people that might have some questions. That will be an opportunity for you to answer these questions.
Okay.
Based on what we have here, congratulations. This application passes. And we hope that you do well.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it, everybody. Have a good night.
Thank you, Maria. Now let's proceed to the next one. And I'm sorry that it took so long, but it's best to answer the questions that we might have before we proceed. Thank you so much.
So the next batch of applicants are seeking new licenses. Next applicant is number 9, Bubbles Posh Pizza Corp., located at 300 Audubon Avenue at the corner of West 180th Street. The applicant is looking for a new on-premise liquor license and temporary retail permit. Do we have a representative for Bubbles Posh Pizza Corp. present?
Yes, Terrence Flynn.
Mr. Flynn, can you provide us with your relationship to the establishment?
Yes, I'm the attorney for the establishment.
Thank you.
And I believe my client Shamika Rosario is also on.
Can the owner please state his or her name for the record, please?
Shamika, I think you're on mute.
Yeah, hi, sorry, I was on mute. Hello, my name is Shamika Rosario, and I'm the owner of Bubbles Posh Pizza.
Very well. Before we proceed, just a way of informing our newest member, Anthony Viola. So Anthony, right now we entertaining new on-premise liquor licenses and or restaurant and wine licenses. In essence, once we have these applicants on board, what we want to know is a little bit about the background, their experience, how well they know the community. So all these questions have to be asked, and what uniqueness they bring to the community. Because in essence, when the seller approves a license, they want to know what is so unique about this license that they should be, be given the license. And these are prevalent questions that we should ask. We should ask about, again, who's going to manage the alcohol, how many employees, the method of operations, how well they know that particular area that they're applying for. So all these questions will be relevant. And anything that you can ask or think about that you can ask, feel free and do that once we are in committee session. On that note, let's go over the method of operation for this applicant. They did submit a complete application. They have a copy of the menu. They also provided us a copy of the floor plan, and the questionnaire is fully answered as well. Let me just review the method of operation for the precinct so we can understand what is being requested. So in essence, they are requesting to be open from Sunday through Thursdays until 11 p.m. and then Fridays and Saturday until midnight. They will have no DJ, they will have no jukebox, music will play through a recorded means, there will be no karaoke. They indicated that place will be completely soundproof, and they will have a sound limiter in place. It seems that this is a very small place. Unless I'm misreading this, the occupancy is 18 people. We'll check on that. There'll be no tables. There'll be 12 tables and 24 chairs. And there'll be no bar stools. There'll be 5 to 6 stools.
Right.
So again, The occupancy, unless I'm misreading this, is 18. There'll be 6 employees, 12 tables, 24 chairs. Very well. So let's proceed with the questions. Shamika, first question. How familiar are you with alcohol handling, and who will be in charge of this full liquor license?
Hello, hi. I'm gonna have a manager in-house. I'm also gonna have like a bartender specialist. I'm as well gonna be there. I used to work for Delta Airlines as a flight attendant, where I used to serve liquor and serve food as well. So I have experience in that. I also have a nail salon on 188th and St. Nicholas, and I just made 2 years. I know the area very well, and yep, that's it.
So you said that your experience in alcohol handling has been while you were a flight attendant, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
You had an experience dealing with alcohol in a bar or restaurant?
In the bar or restaurant, no.
You indicated that you have a managing place to handle alcohol, correct?
That is correct.
And you said that you know the area well. I'm sorry, someone has, please mute yourselves if you, Leon, I'll come back to you once you have a question. The question that I have for you is how well you know this particular area?
Well, I do have a nail salon on St. Nicholas and 189. I've been there for 2 years. I've been renovating for about 1.5 years. So I'm pretty much familiar with the area. I know down the block they have something called Halal, which is a new restaurant, and we're looking to bring like something like just as good, something new to their community.
Shamika, besides Halal, what else are you talking about this particular area?
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry, someone has Shina, can you please mute everyone with exception of Shamika, because someone is just Shamika, what else can you tell us about this particular area that we should know?
I'm sorry, give me 1 second.
180th and Audubon.
Guy, can you do me a favor? Can you load that down a little bit because I'm on a meeting? Can you load this down a little bit because I'm on a meeting?
Leo, I'll come back to you. Shamika, what do you know about 180th and Audubon?
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead, Terrence.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out 2 things quickly. One, we came before you with this exact application in 2021, and were approved by the committee. We've only now come back because the notification that we sent became stale. And at that time, we had agreed to certain stipulations of getting an age verification system, which I sent you proof of, that there would be no outdoor area, which there isn't. The office also asked if we would be willing to put signage outside regarding the be courteous to neighbors, which we agreed to do, as well as no double parking.
Which is great. And I really commend you for bringing that up. But we do have a new committee member. He was not part of that decision. So we have to be fair. And questions that are brought before you have to be addressed. The question that I have for Shamika is how well she knows this particular area. Take into account that for those of us that do know this particular area, it's a drug-infested neighborhood. So I'm very concerned that, and I'm sure that was brought up the time that we met,
It was.
you know, having a full liquor license in this particular area. I would like to know if the owner is fully aware about what is surrounding this particular block.
Yeah, just 1 second more. We did go through that extensively the last time we were here, and that's one of the reasons that our hours worked. Also, this application is a little bit more unique than your other applications in that there aren't 3 or more places within 500 feet, so the 500-foot rule doesn't apply. So with regard to having to show and demonstrate uniqueness or anything else, that's not required of this application because the 500-foot rule isn't applicable. But the client is well aware of the previous drug traffic that was there. The last time the precinct mentioned the fact that this type of activity was in the area, we took notice of that. And so she does know about it, but please ask whatever other questions you have.
No, thank you, Terrence. But I need to move this agenda forward.
Mhm.
Let us move to the 34th precinct. And Leo, I'll come back to you. I see you having your hand up. Let's have that conversation when we come back to committee. Officer Perez, what is the opinion of 34th precinct? Christian,
Yes, I'm here.
what is the opinion of 34th precinct regarding this particular applicant?
So we have, like last time, some serious concerns. Like you mentioned yourself, you know, it's a drug-infested area, and there's a lot going on. To be honest with you, there's double parking. There's a lot of noise complaints that are coming from that particular block, which is 180th between Audubon and St. Nicholas, and you know, it would be irresponsible on the part of the precinct to go ahead and support a full liquor license for this establishment. Like I said, we get a lot of complaints for drug sales, and I could even go and say that it's gotten a lot worse since you applied in 2021. You know, with the legalization of marijuana, there's almost a constant double parking issue along 180 and also on Audubon Avenue. So we would recommend that you start off with a wine and beer rather than a full liquor license, because there's already a lot going on there. And with us recommending approval for a liquor license, I think we would add what's already there.
Very well. Thank you so much.
That's great.
And
Can I say something?
No,
What?
wait.
no,
Okay, I'll wait.
You come back. I'll come back to you. Just give me 1 second, please. Leo, you have your hand up for a while.
Thank you, Isidro, and thank you, Terrence, for the clarification. I was wondering why we had previously approved it, and you guys were back. Is there a reason the license went stale? You mentioned that during the time that you guys got it, December 2021, I think it was. You
Yes.
guys used it. Why?
Yep. The reason for that is it took a while to finalize the lease. Then when we finalized the lease, it took a long time to make sure that we legally got gas to the building so that we could make the renovations that had to be made to the space. And in that time, the notification went stale. As you know, the notification is only good for 270 days from when it's originally sent. So the notification went stale, which required us to re-notify. And that's exactly why we're here.
That's our standard procedure, right? Joel.
Can we know what were the stipulations last time? Do you remember that?
My memory of them is that we had no outdoor area, which we do not, that we used an age verification system, that we had to show proof of purchasing, which we did before, and I included in this application, and that we put signage outside about being good neighbors. And then we were just recently asked to also put a sign out with regard to no double parking, which we also have no problem with whatsoever.
Well, there were 4 steps based on that last resolution. There were 4 steps in place. Now, Joel, do you have a follow-up question? Okay, so the concern here is that the prison will. Well, we're having problems with your audio. The concern here is that the prison would not support a full liquor license. They're saying like you should start with you're having bad, really bad. We're having.
You didn't mention any hours of operation for that application.
Let's try it again. Let's come close to the microphone because we're having really hard time understanding what you're saying.
No, it's okay. I got it. Thank you.
For some reason, I heard that clear. So the concern here is that, the prison would not support a full liquor license. I myself will have some issues because I know this area extremely well. I patrol the area at least twice a day. That's where I work. I work on 181st Street. I myself, as a representative for the bid, very concerned about the gang activities that are taking place around that particular area. I know that the owner wants to have a nice place there. The hours are not prohibitive.
No.
But again, it will be a full liquor license. So committee members, this is a decision that we need to make. Either go with a full liquor license, vote on it as such with steps, or go with a restaurant wine license to start off. That's a decision we need to make. Leo, is anything different from what I'm saying? That you?
I agree with you, Cedro. I think that they should, withdraw the application, come back next month with an application for restaurant wine and beer.
There's something that they can do right now, which is to change because it's a request as a negotiation that it's up to them if they want to proceed with a restaurant wine. If that is the wish, we can proceed. If not, we can vote on the matter. However, the committee members would like to vote.
Okay, I just want to say something. The reason for the full liquor license is just for cocktails, like for brunch or like small cocktails. This is going to be a family place. The area is very hectic, but Washington Heights and Dyckman is all the same. If you don't accept change is not going to happen. And I do have a salon in the area, and because I decorated my salon the way I decorated it, I kind of changed all the other salons in the area. I do work with different politicians in the area. I do a lot of community work. I give back a lot. I kind of have like a good reputation, and I'm new to the area. So this is why I'm asking for the full liquor license, because it's supposed to be like a family sit down where moms and dads come in, they might want a cocktail. So we're not gonna serve straight like liquor or bottles. It's a Italian place. They're gonna have pasta, pizza with Latin fusion. So the point of the full bar is just to have cocktails. And in order to have cocktails, you need different you need alcohol, you need a full bar.
I see that on the note that Cheryl Miller had her hand up. Cheryl, will come back to you in a
So
minute.
I just want to know like why, like
Shamika, you said that you
Yeah.
have been very active on the community. We have committee members here that are also extremely active on this community. Can you tell us what type of activities you have?
okay, so you could check on Google Nails Posh Studio. You could check on Instagram Nails Posh Studios, and you'll see for like Heart Association, for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, I always do like a give back. I had Carmen de la Rosa. I had Manny de la Cruz. I gave out for one of their meetings, I gave out free haircuts, manicure, pedicures. I'm always doing something nice in the community, and this is the only reason why I asked for a full liquor license only for cocktails.
It's Manny de los Santos, who is the assembly member.
Yeah, the state assembly member.
We do have a very stretched relationship with them. I think that you should have requested for a letter of support, but that would be
Okay.
my recommendation because we all know the elected officials and to what extent do they know us. So if they're willing to provide you with a copy of a letter of support, that would be great. But I'm going to have Anthony followed by Joel, followed by your representative. Anthony, you have the floor.
Yeah, so just considering some of these security issues that were raised by the precinct, I see that the application notes that you plan on having security cameras installed at the facility. Do you have an idea of how many you're going to have? Just to give us a sense of, how much the area is being monitored.
Okay, so on the outside, we're gonna have 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and in the indoors, 2 in the bar and at each exit. We're gonna have cameras inside and outside of the area. Unfortunately, the area is what it is, but if you do not accept change is never gonna happen.
Okay, thank you.
Joel,
And if you look at my salon, I
better
have
audio. Please proceed.
I have 5 stars. I've been there for 2 years, and if you Google like Nail Spa Studios, I have 5 stars.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I noticed in the application that you will be closing at 12 o'clock a.m. For the majority of the days. Is that right?
No, Friday and Saturday is 12 a.m. The rest of the days of the week are 11 p.m.
Can I suggest something to Chair? Can we add a friendly amendment to this application where they will close at 11 a.m. If it is a restaurant and the application shows that, I think 11 a.m. with a full liquor license will do. We won't be able to have to worry about the noise or the drug activity in the area. I think we should give this applicant a chance.
So Leo, I'm sorry, Joel is saying that to amend the hours until when?
11 p.m. throughout the week. I think we should give this applicant a chance. It is a new liquor license. She has an established relationship with the community, and I think 11 p.m. is good for a family restaurant.
Okay, I see, Robin, that you have your hand up.
Yes, we don't have any problem with the hours, but our concern is to grant her the license, the full liquor license, which is in that area is very, very crazy. Even in the morning, even nighttime, we cannot give her the full liquor license. I mean, in my opinion, I don't know about nobody else. In my opinions, I should go with the wine licensing for now on. Later on she can come back and apply for full liquor license. That's my opinion.
Thank you so much, Robin. Terrence, do you want to ask something different? Otherwise, I will proceed to vote on 2 requests.
Yes, I just want to address one point that
Please make it quickly.
I will very quickly. The applicant also has to pay their rent and everything else. And there is a difference when somebody has the ability to have alcohol. I do not understand how, whether we have wine or beer or alcohol with these benign hours, especially if we were to agree to 11 p.m. across the board, would be a problem. And the only other point of clarification I wanted to ask is, was the opinion given by the detective with regard to whether this application should be approved his opinion or the opinion of the official New York City Police Department? That's what I just wanted to know.
I would like not to speak on behalf of Officer Paris, but he is representing the 34th precinct. But I will ask Officer Paris to please elaborate on that question.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm representing the commanding officer of the 34th precinct, which is Inspector Castillo, and that's his opinion.
Very
Thank you for clarifying that.
Thank you so much,
You're welcome.
Harris. So now we have a decision to make. Two.
Chair, if I may, Cheryl had a
Yes,
question.
Leo, go ahead.
Cheryl had a question in the chat. If we can just allow her to ask a question.
Oh, thank you so much, Leo, because I totally forgot about Cheryl Miller. And Cheryl, please state your opinion to the committee about this particular license.
Cheryl left. It's either.
Cheryl left, and I apologize because I didn't see that she had a hand up. It's my fault.
Chair, just out of curiosity, when we do these, when we have these conversations, we're going through questions, is the order supposed to be committee members first and then the community, or is it community members first and then the committee?
Is committee, is residents first, followed by committee members. So it's the applicant, then the precinct, then the residents, then committee members.
Okay.
That's the order. So it's in that particular order because the reason why we have the applicant to go over the application is in case there are questions that they will be answered. Because oftentimes we had it before, we introduced the residents and they had thousands of questions. So we switched to having the applicant state everything up that they want to prevent people from having so many questions. And then we allow the precinct to be introduced. So in case there are security issues, that those will be answered. And then we will leave the resident for last in case there are pending questions that they will have an opportunity to bring those questions up.
Understood. Thank you.
Out of experience, we have managed to upgrade and update ourselves on how we're going to proceed on the committee. And again, Anthony, if you see or find a way that we can get better, please feel free and let us know if you find a possible way to get this committee moving in a faster way. So feel free. So the reason why we accepted Miller, or I requested for her to speak, is because I didn't see her. And I apologize, I didn't see her, because if I had seen her that she had her hand up, she would have gone right after the precinct. So now let's, I think we should vote whether or not we should proceed to request the applicant to go for restaurant wine instead of the full liquor license. Terrence, please lower your hand because we're going to go into voting mode. Okay, so the question that we're going to vote, committee members, is if you're in favor of having this applicant change the full liquor license application to a restaurant wine and beer application. If that is the case, please raise your hand. So I see 6 members automatically. That would be that actually, Terrence, please lower your hand. You're not voting member.
I understand.
No, don't interrupt. So we have members voting in favor of a restaurant one, which include Simari, Robin, Anthony, Carl, and myself. So that'll be a majority of the members. We have 5 members voting in favor. Let's now lower our hands. Those in oppositions, please raise your hands now. Okay. So we have 2 members voting against, which is Joel and Leo.
I'm abstaining.
Is that, and Andrew's abstaining? Okay. So.
Chair, we'll get a chance. I just have a quick question. Sorry.
Joel, you have your hand up? We cannot hear you, Joel.
You're muted.
Sorry. So I just have a quick question for the committee. So even with the committee, with my suggestion of reduced hours, how is that going to affect whether it's a liquor license, rather a wine and beer license, if it's only till 11 o'clock? You know, I just want to see what the logic is.
Joel, if I got you correctly, I couldn't understand clearly. So you're saying that you were requesting for the hours to be closing earlier, and you feel that that would have impacted how people would have voted? Is that the
Yeah,
case?
I think that if we, I mean, I did request that till 11 p.m.
Yes.
But I just want to know and ask the committee what would be the difference between having a full liquor license, the beer and wine license, and how that would impact the community.
If anyone want to chime in about the reason why you think there's a difference between a full liquor license and wine and beer license, I would just say, Joel, that a full liquor license entails a lot of alcohol, what they call hard alcohol. If it's a place that is going to be destined for a family establishment, then beer and wine will suffice. Take into account that this is a fragile neighborhood, very active in violence because of the presence of some gangs that are in the community. I would tend to be very, very careful what comes around there. However, if I see that the merchant has had a wine and beer license and there have been no issues, they can come back within 3 to 4 months and ask for a full liquor license.
No, we can't.
But because of how delicate the situation is around this block, and look, by they coming in and investing a huge amount of resources, they're taking a strong risk in losing everything. I understand that clearly. And, you know, this might be Chamika's dream to have this place be well established. And the community will welcome that, because having a nice place there will actually change the character of that particular area, because that area needs a lot of love. That area needs a lot of caretaking. And if it's going to start by having this establishment serving wine and beer, and there'll be no problem, fine. Let's elevate that 3 months from now or 4 months from now for a full liquor license. But because of the fragility of the establishment and the area, I think that we want to be a little bit cautious. Anthony, you have.
Thank you for explaining that, Chair.
Thank you.
And I think too, you know, I take Ms. Rosario's point that it would mostly be used for cocktails, but even if we were to stipulate that, I'm struggling as a committee member, just personally understanding how to ensure that the restaurant is keeping to that stipulation and not serving shots and other means of hard liquor throughout the day and the rest of its hours of operation. So that, I think, is my perspective as to why the difference matters.
All right. Terrence, you have your hand up.
Yeah, I do. I'm sorry. And I don't mean to belabor a point, but you know, you want somebody to come in and change the area for the better. You have somebody who's willing to do that and invest their money in the area, but you have to give them a fair chance to make their profit too. And with the limited amount of seats and the way that this operation is, I don't see how serving liquor is going to be any different than serving beer and wine. And I'd also point out that the 500-foot rule does not apply here. And our ask wasn't whether or not you'd approve a beer and wine license. It was how you felt about a full liquor license.
Very well. And that is still your ask. So committee members, and again, Terrence, you have the decision to make. As is requested, we should be voting on the request for a full liquor license. it is a recommendation from this committee that you change that to a restaurant wine license. But that is your prerogative. You can have an opportunity to say, no, let's go with a full liquor license and let's take our chances in the voting process. That is,
I'm gonna leave that to my client.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I really want the full liquor license because I'm not gonna have like, it's gonna be background music, it's a family oriented place, it's gonna be a beautiful place, it's gonna be all green with flowers, very, very beautiful. I know, I don't know the people outside, but I've seen the people outside. And maybe when they see something like this, maybe they'll be welcoming. Maybe they just back up a little bit, go down the block somewhere else, or just not down the block, but like something, and then maybe just it'll enlighten the place. But if you guys want to do otherwise, I want to at least have beer and wine, and then give it a 3 months, and you guys are more than welcome to come in and check it out for yourself, and then go for the full liquor license.
Tamika,
Because so we have to be clear, because it seems like parents wants to proceed with a liquor license, but you're stating that you'd rather go with a restaurant wine license for some time and then elevate it to a full liquor license. So between you and your attorney, you should come to an agreement to see and know
It's
what
my,
is.
yeah, it's my client's decision. It's not mine. If she wants to go that route, she can go that route. I just wanted to remind the chair that what we applied for. If my client wants to accept the beer and wine, we'll do that and we'll operate and then come back and see you after.
Yeah, I think because that's what the majority wants. And I want to be able to show that it's going to be a good idea and it's going to make a change a little bit. So I'll go with the beer and wine, and then 3 months from now, I'll come and try to get the upgrade.
Chair, may I?
Yes, Robin, please proceed.
Tamika, it's better for you and for all of us to go with the beer and wine and then come back in 3 months. 3 months go fast. And
Yes.
during the 3 months, if you prove that you can handle all the problems around there, you're more than welcome to come back to us.
Yeah, thank you so much, Robin. When you plan to open Jamaica?
Next month.
So if you're going to open up next month, then you might want to come back 4 months from now, right? Because we want to see a 3 months testing period, correct?
Okay, so we're in February, March, April, May, June. That's I can't come back in May. And try, because like June is the summertime. It's really just for I'm gonna prove my point and I'm gonna show you something different, but it's really just for cocktails. Yeah, it's really just for cocktails.
Come back in May, and we're going to stick to the 4 steps that were in place on the last resolutions. I'm sorry, which is a good never sign, which you can get from the Community Board 12.
I have it.
A phone number to be displayed outside of the premise in the windows, in case there are some issues that someone can be called and the issue be rectified right then and then. So there'll be no need to call the prison, because that'll be something that'll be on record. 3, produce a no double parking sign, because without double parking issues, as what was brought up by the Officer Perez. And Terrence, the dimension for the signs are 3 feet high times 2 feet wide. And also it's requested that you bring a copy of the sound limiter, which I'm sure you have that already, Shamika, I think, right?
Yes.
So we need a proof of purchase of a sound limiter to be submitted to the community board by.
It's in the application.
It's in the application, sir.
What do you mean?
She has approved.
I put the receipt in the application because you had asked for it last.
Okay,
Yes.
so no need for that then, right? So no need to bring the copy of the sound limiter. So we would eliminate the last step, and we'll speak with 3 steps. All right. Angel, Leo, do you have something new, or should we go to straight vote?
I just wanted to make one small comment.
Please, go ahead.
I just want to thank you, Shamika, for your flexibility and your willingness to accommodate. I know this is a tough decision. I also want to say thank you for your willingness to go into an area that is a tough area right now that needs a lot of love and tender and care and support. So thank you for your willingness to do that and become an operator in that space. And again, I'm really gonna take this conversation into consideration when you come back to us in 3 months, because you have been super flexible and you have been very accommodating to what we have to say. So thank you.
Wouldn't say any better, Angel. Thank you so much, Leo.
Yeah, same thing, piggybacking off Angel. I commend you, Shamika. You know, being in this environment is tough, especially as an entrepreneur and a business owner. You know, coming into a space where the area is tough and you also need to make money, but willing to compromise and show your worth, right? Show the value that you bring to community. So I hope it stands for the record and you have my support throughout your journey.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Leo. Shamika, write down my address for the bid, because we might be able to extend you some tangible resources for your business. It's 560 West 181st Street, second floor.
Hold on, because I'm like,
I'll write it down. Go ahead, sir.
okay, thank you.
So it's 560 West 181st Street on the second floor. That is the office of the Washington Heights Business Improvement District. And I'm the executive director there, and we do have a lot of resources that perhaps you can take advantage of.
Thank you very much.
All right, committee members, let's go to our voting procedure. If we've done oppositions, and you please proceed.
Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
No.
Joel, how do you vote? Joel?
Yes.
Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Simari, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
Chair, that's 7 votes in support, 1 vote in opposition, no abstention. The recommendation is to not object to the application as a
Thank you
restaurant
so
wine.
much, Angel. Our committee members, I'm really happy and grateful that you are part of this committee, because we can make things happen. And I'm really grateful for all of your recommendations and ideas. Shamika, congratulations. We'll
Thank
have
you.
this restaurant wine license for a while. Once we see that there are no issues, please feel free and come back to this community board. I'll be more than happy to listen once again to your request. So thank you so much. Have a good night.
Good night.
Angel, Leo, is that all hand or new hand? Angel?
This is an old hand. I will lower it. We can move.
Let's proceed with the last one, please.
Okay. Our last applicant is Cafe 56 Corp. located at 138 Audubon Avenue at the corner of West 172nd Street. The applicant is looking for a new restaurant wine license and temporary retail permit. Do we have a representative for Cafe 56 Corp.?
Yes, here present, Osvaldo Rosario.
And what's your relationship with the establishment?
I'll be the owner and operator.
Thank you.
Osvaldo or Osvaldo?
Osvaldo.
Osvaldo. Just give me 1 minute. Let me check on the documentations that was submitted by the community board. Because I don't have a printout of your application. But I did notice that
The last time, I'm sorry to interrupt you. The last time that we were here, I was missing the diagram. So I submitted the diagram again. That was it.
Yeah, it was the floor plan.
The floor plan, correct.
floor plan. If I'm not mistaken, I see that you don't have a. And Chanel, I don't have a printed copy of agenda item number 10. Just give me 1 second. I have to see what was
Should
sent.
have it.
I'm sorry?
I did print it out.
I didn't receive it.
Okay.
I didn't receive a printed copy of number 2, no number 10. Because this is
They're like stuck together or something somehow. I don't know. But I did.
Nope. I see everything related to agenda item number 9, and that's where it ends. Am I wrong, Chanel? Because I have here, when I reviewed the application, that they did not submit a copy of the public notice. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. The public notice was missing.
I thought I sent that out. I'm so sorry if you didn't receive it. I'll double check my email on that, but I did send that
Yeah.
out. So,
No, I sent a reminder email, I think on Thursday.
yeah, exactly. That's when I sent it. I sent it before February 3rd. I'll double check right now as we speak, but I don't want to send it now to show that, you know. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. It was in the draft. It never got sent. Sorry about that.
And we are, I mean, yeah, we're also sorry because now this is also an incomplete application. And Osvaldo, I would not want to vote on this application because it's incomplete and we'll vote against it. So because of that.
Could I take the risk and Isidro, and I'm so sorry. The reason why I'm saying this is, and the community board here is listening. I work in the hospital full time. I'm in the OR. I order the OR supplies. My family has owned this type of cafes for a while. My cousin was David, owner of My Chas Cocina, 170th and Broadway, that burned down. My brother's in law enforcement. I was a cadet for a couple years. So my father had a business in 90 Nagel for 2009 to 2000, I would say 17, which I helped him out there. It was called Cafeteria Cibao. We were there for 9 years. The same concept. The community is very hard where I'm at right now. A lot of trafficking. That's the best way to put it. And I'm actually I was born in this neighborhood. I was born in 1253 St. Nicholas, 173rd Street. I was born here, been here 42 years, even though now I live in Jersey, but I work here and I'm in the community. And my thing, and the reason why I'm applying for this, and if you notice the times, is from 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. Not looking for anything more, anything less, just to start off and try to bring my work crowd and the community too. Try to get it involved and try to start cleaning up the community a little bit better. And I know that the reason why I'm going all out and saying all of this is because I've been paying rent with it closed and I'm barely making waters on it. So I don't want this. If I could do whatever you guys need me to do, I could do it, but I would rather you guys try to do the vote now. And I apologize for my mishap.
I'm sure the rest of the committee hear you well. Those of us that know this particular area, we know that it has been a drug-infested neighborhood since the 70s. I was there since the 70s in that particular area. I probably have some, we have crossed paths during our lifetimes. We want to improve our community, and I feel you, and I'm sure the rest of the community will also feel you. However, we can go through the vote, but I'm not speaking for the rest of the committee members.
Sure.
But it has been customary that if the application is incomplete, you take a huge risk because we'll be making an exception that we would not make or we have not made for anyone else. And to make one exception, the board, the general board meeting will question us consistently as to why we're making this exception. We are making preferential treatment, and we got to be careful on how we put ourselves out there into the public. We have been extremely consistent, and at least for myself, I would not vote in favor of this application because of what I just explained to you. I know that you have spent a lot of money you're paying rent. But this committee has been extremely consistent. And again, I'm not speaking for anybody else, but it has been customary to vote against applicants that do not submit a complete application. It's up to you if you still want to proceed, and we'll proceed if you want. But the end result will not be towards your advantage.
It's just, like I said, I have a lot invested in this.
Very well. If that is your wish, we will proceed because that is what we're here for, with the understanding of what I said. Very well. So, committee members, it's up to you. We can make a decision to continue or not continue. Go to straight vote. It's up to you.
But I think the applicant wanted to go to a vote, right?
Okay, so let's go to a vote.
Well, you have one hand from Anthony.
Anthony.
I apologize, Chair. I was looking at the application. I missed what we're missing here. What is the document that we're missing?
The document that we're missing is something that is requested that the applicant submit a picture of the public notice. A public notice is a document that has to be posted when a new applicant is requesting a liquor license, or anytime there's a change to the method of operation, corporate changes. All of that has to be displayed on a notice that will say that this location or this applicant is looking to apply for new liquor license. That is a statement that is given to the public, to our neighbors, in case they have any issues, that they will come and express their concerns at this meeting. And because we're missing that piece, we are not sure if the public or the residents or the neighbors have received proper notice.
I'm just sorry to interrupt you. I did have it last time. I just didn't post up the new one again. The last one was up. It was just a new notice. I didn't, because it got turned down the first time because of the diagram. I'm trying to explain to Anthony why. So the first time it was the diagram that I was missing. And this time around, it was the notice that I didn't repost, which I did send it, but it just stood in my draft instead of sending it through.
So I'm sorry. Are you saying that you did have the notice up at your place? You just didn't send us the photo?
The photo, yes. It stood in my draft on the email.
Leo.
Yeah. So as well, I remember you from last month's committee meeting. Listen, man, I can tell you put in the work and you came back and you prepared. Things happen. Going on Isidro's point, we have been consistent, man. We've had merchants that have been with the community for years, great merchants, and they come to the board to these meetings without a full application, and we do reject.
Okay.
So our recommendation, again, it's just a recommendation of votes, goes to the general board, and when they ask why, they value consistency as well. A recommendation, man, and this is coming from mano a mano. Take the application, withdraw, and just come back next month fully prepared. You have a better chance. If we reject it, you're gonna get rejected at the general board, man. And again, I can't speak for anybody, but that's usually how it goes, man.
All right, I'll withdraw. Thank you. I appreciate that coming from the heart.
And again, Oswald, drop by my office again, 560 West 181st Street. And these are things that we offer to small businesses. This type of advices, don't sign a lease until you get proper understanding that this liquor license is going to take you at least 6 months to get. Your gas is going to take at least 8 months. So all of that, these are things that will tell the applicants, don't do this, don't do that. But if you find yourself in need of any tangible assistance, please feel free and drop by my place, and I'll be happy to assist you. At this point, this application has been withdrawn, and Oswald, looking forward to seeing you next month.
Okay, so this will be like March, when will be the next one?
March 8th.
March 8th. All right, thank you guys, appreciate it.
All right, thank you so much also for your patience and understanding. Committee members, again, thank you each one of you individually. Anthony, Great having you on board. Thank you for asking key questions. You know, we can't say anything more about the role that Angel plays. Leo, Joel, Robin, Carl, thank you so much, Simari, for every time, you know, just being here. Very grateful for your support and understanding. And if there are no other questions, is there a motion to adjourn?
I move.
A second.
None. Any opposition? Saying none. Guys, have a good night. Take care of yourselves. Looking forward to seeing you on the general meeting.
Have a good one.
Thank you all.